Christmas, Merry, Merry Christmas from your Kmart Christmas store. Save on bowling balls and skirts, sweaters, rods and wheels and shirts.
Cameras, TVs, bikes and plants, handbags, bath oil, slippers, pants.
Mirrors, perfume, gowns and socks, toasters, roasters, robes and clocks. Candy, records, film and toys at Santa Land for girls and boys. Christmas spotlight every face at Kmart's Christmas saving place.
Kmart presents our 30% off robes and gown sale. Ladies' robes and gowns and men's robes. The coziest solids, the softest pastels. At 30% off, they're sure to make every night a good one. But hurry, because no matter how you spend your nights, the Kmart 30% off robes and gown sale only lasts a few days. Because nightlife doesn't have to mean leaving home, Kmart presents our 30% off robes and gown sale. Ladies' robes and gowns and men's robes for 30% off. But hurry, the sale only lasts a few days at Kmart.
Introducing the Kmart Santa Saver Sale. This Daiwa rod and reel combination is just $6.97. A sound design boombox is just $59. Plus hundreds more items in your Kmart sale circular. They'll never guess what this is. Whoa! Introducing the Kmart Santa Saver Sale. This Daiwa rod and reel combination is just $6.97. Whitman sampler chocolates are just $3.88. Plus hundreds more items in your Kmart sale circular. They'll never guess what this is. Whoa!
You think I'll get that bike at Kmart?
How should I know?
That broken window's gonna kill me.
They forget about that stuff. Go back to your bed.
I feel sleepier over here. Where'd you go, John?
Your bed.
Can I come over there?
The night before Christmas from Kmart, the saving place. These are the...
There's a place where Christmas dreams come true. The Kmart Toy Store. Look inside and see what we've got. All the great new toys you and your kids will love a lot. We've got cars and trucks and helicopters. That should come as no surprise. And dolls and phones and board games for kids of every size. With Hasbro, Bradley, Mattel, Kenner, Fisher-Price, and Ideal, all the makers you've come to trust, we've been stocking up with a big Christmas rush. But before any of those toys make it to the shelf, we give them something very nice. We pick them up and give them a low, low Kmart price. Christmas dreams can come true. It's certainly happened before. And there's a place that makes the dreams real easy on you, the Kmart Toy Store.
I got a feeling I'm gonna get something really good this Christmas.
Kmart, we've got it, and we've got it good.
The Guerrero's right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the pit shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
You mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes. Bukake!
listen, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. I just realized that I didn't. Bob's audience has to sit there through my intro, and I didn't ask him for one of his. So I feel shitty about that. But I'm not going to make you guys wait for Bob. I'm just going to go ahead and bring him on. But of course, you know, we got to do it right. So, Bob. The one and only Bob Motto.
What is up? What is up? That fucking intro is epic. That fucking intro is epic, though, man. I absolutely fucking love that. And when we're backstage, you got to tell me what program you used to do. The whole fucking like face thing, man, was like amazing.
You know what's awesome about that and sucks at the same time is I can't even revise it. You know,
really?
Because the app that I used for some, I guess they got into some trouble or something for the refacing, and it's just not you can't get a hold of the same clips.
Oh no shit! Yeah, probably
yeah,
it was probably a bunch of fucking like copyright shit. We're like, oh, you're using fucking our movie scene. Yeah. Wow. Well, you know,
too late.
Too late, motherfuckers. I already got it.
Right.
Good luck with that. All your lawsuit shit. So what's up, dude?
Chilling,
dude,
man.
Look at us hanging again 2 days in a row. How much?
I know.
How much can you love that shit? It's fucking amazing.
It just feels right, dude.
It does. 100%, dude.
All
right. So look, Will and I were looking into everything. Sadly, it appears that there's no Zoom link. There's no cameras in that courtroom. So we're not going to be able to stream the hearing, but don't be disappointed. I've got some boots on the ground in there. It was actually, it's that same sweet, it's a mom and a daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure they hit you up too.
All girls not attorneys. Yeah, we're
exactly.
Big fans.
So I told her and her daughter in my DMs on Twitter that we will send them, because they're live streaming to their channel. They're a small channel, and you know, you and I are the same, dude. I'm all about growing other channels. You know, people that I like, I'll fucking go to great lengths to promote. Like, there's enough space for all of us. We all do different shit. We all bring different shit to the table. I'm huge on helping everybody that I like grow their channel. So I think I told her, I'm like, look, when you get out, we're going to send you an invite, and you can come in here and give us the fucking blow-by-blow. Because one thing I know about those two gals, they're going to take copious notes. They're going to fucking be able to tell us exactly what went on in there, exactly what the ruling was. And I feel like that's like our best alternate scenario, since we're not going to be able to stream it, you know? So it's like, it's disappointing that we're not getting able to, it's an emergency hearing. So I get why it's not going to be streamed. And, you know, the Zoom thing is up to the judge. You know, the judge is probably like, you know, like these fucking people out there are constantly shitting on me. I don't fucking need to like deal with their bullshit. They, you know, they're talking when they should be muted. Fuck these people. So we'll have a workaround. You know, we'll have a workaround, and we'll know immediately after the decision is made as to what's happening.
And I want to take a second here to give a big shout out to attorney Melanie Little. She was behind the scenes, a big help too. Because I reached out to her. We're like that, where it's like, do you have a link? I don't have a link. Do you have a link?
Yeah.
And then, you know, we'll help each other out if we can. But
yeah, Allie and Mel are tight. So like, Mel was the first person that we texted. We're like, oh, you know, hey, have you seen anything? She's like, haven't seen shit. It doesn't look like they're, you know, and she talked, and she's pretty plugged in. So she had talked to various people, and she was pretty secure that the thing was going to be streamed. And then my Tracy, doing what she does, followed it up with an email to the clerk, and the clerk fired back like, nah, there's nothing out there. Nobody's requested the Zoom be allowed out to the public, and there's no cameras in there. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Before Cherry gets upset, no, yes, one must acknowledge Cherry's efforts her relentless efforts since last night to try to figure out how we could stream this, and she did her best, but it's beyond her abilities.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist.
Right.
It's like, but the effort in trying to figure it out is what matters. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like we both have amazing people that work behind the scenes to help us do what we do, and we have much
100%.
love for them, man. So yeah, same dude. Here's what I was thinking to kill some time. I'd like to so last night when we were hanging together, I kind of went through that footnote 6, okay, where I was. That's my confidence level in terms of I'm putting it out there.
All right.
I'm going 99.9% that Kelsey's going to be home for the holidays, wherever that may be.
I believe you. I trust you. We all are hoping for the same thing. Now, before we get started here, I want to take a second here. I'm dropping a link in the chat, okay? And I need everyone, at least on this channel. I don't think you'll be able to see it on Bob's, but everyone click on this link. Go give it a like, okay? I'm going to wait for you, all right? Make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to Law Girls Not Attorneys. We'll wait.
Alex, 3 people that have never been in my kitchen.
For 1,000, please.
Name the show. Anybody in chat, name the fucking show. You get bonus points if you can name the show where that exact line came from. Somebody will know it. Also, I want to add, Tracy, if you could drop the link, I don't even know if Tracy, it's like we're 2 days out from Christmas. Fucking people be doing like Christmas shit leading into this. So let me check who's actually in my stream right now in terms of my mods. So there's 2 things. One, I'd like you to do the same thing over on our channel. If you could drop the link for that same channel, Law Girls Not Attorneys. Everybody go over there, subscribe to that channel. Also, can you do the same thing for Will's channel? If there happens to be people that for whatever reason aren't subbed over to Will, please, from my chat, go over there, pop in, say hi to all those beautiful people over there, and make sure that you like the stream and also sub to Will. Will's fucking awesome. Will's my boy. He's my brother. So let's get that going. You guys know I check your homework. I'm going to see what Will's at going into this thing in terms of subs. I'm going to make sure, because fucking my brother's right on the verge of 50. Let's get him there. Let's get him over the hump. I'm less than 200 away. I'm like 120 away from 60.
I love it.
It would be nice if both of us could fucking get over those humps today, leaning into Christmas. That would be a nice gift for Will and I.
Exactly. And I'm dropping the same goes for my viewers as well. I'm dropping Bob and Allie's link in the chat right now. Make sure to click on that and give it a like, and make sure to sub up to Defense Diaries podcast.
Yes. Because we were talking about it a little bit last night. We love our communities so much. So much. And Will and I are kindred spirits. We love each other from afar. We're brothers from another mother. Like moving forward, we're going to be probably doing a lot of content together because I think we just have a blast when we're fucking hanging, and like I'm dying to do a fucking a movie related thing because you and I.
Oh, we're doing that for sure,
dude.
Because I do. Yeah. You know what? You got to join me for my Patreon streams. I got to bring those back where you know, a popular movie, we do it. Yeah, we just can't agree on the movie. That's right. We were talking about it when you were in my chat one time.
Yeah.
We just can't agree on the movie, but
I'm flexible though.
We'll agree on what we'll find one, and we'll do that together, and that way we could stream the movie and watch it, pause it, all that stuff. And the thing is, on the Kick platform, there's no copyright bullshit, so we can get away with it there. And I've already done a couple of movies with a couple of guests, and I've got to have you on for that. We've got to do that for sure.
All right, wait, hold on, man. Let me see. Are there two? So here's what happened. Here's what if you guys are on. So I originally set this up on my StreamYard. There's a thing that goes on where when Will set it up, and he had set it up bright and early this morning, I wasn't sure how it worked, so I had set it up independently. I thought that I canceled that stream. If you guys,
see it, I saw it up when I was just.
But I thought that I canceled it. So if you guys are in that stream, get out of it. If you go on to my channel now, you should be in the new stream. I think there are 2 streams. All right, hold on. God, dude, the tech wizardry that is part of my life is just amazing. All right, let me see. So there's 2 streams. I'm going to content.
We each got about the same people watching.
Okay, I see. So upcoming, what the fuck? All right, so I'm gonna cancel this one that's live. Or I'm gonna cancel the one that says
it's not live.
It's not live. All right.
Right.
Okay, so let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna delete forever. It's going to leave the world. I understand that deleting this blasts it off the face of the earth. Okay. All right. Okay. So what I should have done is transfer everybody. All right. So if you were in that chat, you're now floating in the ether. Come to the actual live. All right. Sorry, my fault. As you guys know, if you're part and parcel of our channel, I am a tech wizard. I understand. I have and that is definitely sarcastic. So, all right. So I think we dealt with that kind of minor fuck up. Hopefully. So hopefully you guys will all make it in here. All right. Let's see. So here's what I want to do, bro. I want to throw up. I want to throw up a petition.
Yikes, man. Is your stomach okay? Or?
Yeah. I mean, depends on what you consider to be okay. Let me see. I'm going to throw this guy over.
I'm laughing. History homicide. I'm laughing because I am worse when it comes to tech. I'm worse. So
not a chance, dude.
No way. I have a MacBook and I still don't even know how to use this thing.
I'm the same. Like I have this MacBook.
I have no idea what to do with this thing.
It's got all this power and I have no idea.
I should be just shitting out like cool edited videos, and I'm just not doing it.
I know, same, bro, same. It's like I joined some kind of fucking like weird AI course school last night. Like I'm gonna make amazing shit, and I'm gonna pop it out. You know, we'll see what happens. It's like when you get to my advanced age, Will, it's really hard to retain new shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just is.
I feel
it's
you.
like I like have a hard like learning everything that it took to kind of be somewhat competent on this platform was a lot, you know, and I'm still like, if there were a scale of 1 to 10 on competency on, you know, the tubes, I'm probably at like a 3.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
probably
being generous.
2. Yeah, I'm probably at about a 2.
You're not at a fucking 2.
Yeah.
Look at your intro. Like your intro's fucking fire,
dude. You know what that intro is? Like the only reason that intro works, like first of all, the setup, the way it is, that's standard iMovie crap. Like it's a trailer, like it's already. So all I did was take little clips and put my face, use that app, put my face on them.
I can't do that.
And did it on my phone, and then set from my phone to my computer, and then put them in the little spaces that it's already set up. So I just, you know what I mean? Like
I can't even do that, bro.
Like it was kind of, it's like Mad Libs is what it was. It was like Mad Lib video. It was so easy. Like anybody could have done that. I just was, you know, the only creativity was the idea to like put my face on, you know, popular movies. That was the only creativity involved.
Bro, I'm telling you, you're fucking way ahead of the game where I am, dude. You like it? If I'm a 3, you're to like a 4.5. Sorry, man.
Duty Ron uses the same program. Like it's the same theme music, by the way. Like if you watch a Duty Ron video, his intro, it's the same music. Why? Because he's using the same program on iMovie that I'm using.
I love it. I fucking love it.
People are like, you stole Duty Ron's. I'm like, no, he didn't. He stole mine.
Yeah,
I was doing it first.
Prove it.
I was doing it first. Shut up.
Yeah, fuck you guys, man. That's my shit. Let's see. So like his I made a like I was dude, like so I'm like obsessively like putting content about the Bears. Like Bettero made a funny little comment, he's like, oh, like now we're gonna have to do another week of like Bob's insufferable fucking Bears content, which is fair, because it's like we have been.
It's fair if you're the mighty one because he's not a Bears fan,
right? Well, he's a Pats fan, and like I'm like he like 30 years of fucking pain, bro. I need you to understand, like 30 years. I'm a season ticket holder. I've been slogging to games season after season, putting in the effort of fucking tailgating, which is a Herculean task. Like if you're going to go tailgate for a noon game, which is when they start in Chicago, that means you're spending a better part of Saturday going and buying all the fucking meat and all the shit you're going to cook, packing it all up, getting the beverages, the condiments, the plates, the forks, the cup, all the shit, packing it up, driving down there at fucking 6:30 to get in line, to get into the parking lot, picking your buddies up, fucking getting the parking lot, setting that shit up for a half an hour, cooking for 2.5 hours. Everyone around me is getting shit-faced and I'm sober, so I'm not, and I'm serving everybody food. That back when I was drinking, I'd walk in and I'd be fucking hammered because we'd been drinking for 3 hours. So I wouldn't remember any of the game. We'd come out. I was pretty much sober by that point. I'd go home. I'd lay on the couch at 4:30. Alice would be like, hey, babe. And I'd be fucking asleep in 7 minutes, like until 8 o'clock. So when I quit drinking, that changed. But the amount of effort that I've put into this team, which has sucked ass for fucking the last 20 years, save 2 different occasions. 2010, we were okay. In 2018, we were okay. Like we made the playoffs. But it's like, it's the most toxic relationship that I have in my life with this fucking team. It's like, I go to these games knowing that I'm going to be fucking furious.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Dolphins. Every Miami fan that I know deals with the same thing,
Yes, I know, man.
Like
it's
like they just hang on to that fact that they're the only team with a perfect season.
Wait, hold on. It's Allie. Talk to the kids.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm not going to do is continue talking to you guys about football because I don't know anything about football. I don't follow football. I mean, like if there's a game on, I'll enjoy it. I understand football. I just don't give a shit at the end of the day about like who wins. It affects my life in absolutely no way, shape, or form. I couldn't give a fuck, honestly. What I want from the Bears is another Super Bowl shuffle that can never be done. And so that's the extent of my interest in the Chicago Bears. Just so you know.
It was the better half. She's out Christmas shopping and for pans. She's like, I don't know anything about pans. I'm like, well, like we're looking to avoid Teflon because I think it kills you. And then because my daughter's like, I don't want our oldest daughter. She's like, I don't want stainless steel either. I'm like, you got to go ceramic. So I'm like, send me some pics, get a nice ceramic fucking pan. And, we'll be good. We'll be good. So she's out there with her one arm trying to do everything, because I told you she had the major surgery, man. She had the fucking like two full tears in her rotator cuff.
Wow.
So they went in and repaired that. But she also had a tear in her bicep. And these were injuries that she's had for years and just kind of powered through to where like in the last year, she couldn't sleep anymore. Like she's like, I can't fucking sleep. I can't like I can't find a position to lay in to where I'm not in agony every night. So I'm like, you got to do it. You got to fucking pull the trigger and get the fucking surgery. And like anybody out there that's had shoulder surgery will attest, it is the worst surgery that exists on the planet. Like they'd say it takes up to 6 months to a year. And there's no, like, you're never getting back to normal. This isn't like you got an ACL, you got an MCL, they go in, they fucking repair the tendon, you PT it out, and you're back to normal.
Right.
Or in a bionic world, you're better. You're like the rookie,
Stronger,
you know,
faster.
you got you're like the rookie with the kid, the 13-year-old threw 110 miles an hour after he broke his arm and they fixed his shit. Like, this is just like, it's the goal is to stop the agonizing pain, and you're never going to be back to where you were, you know? So she's like, cause her right shoulder, she's got some AC shit that's fucked up in there, not an ACL, but like the AC joint. And they're like, you technically, she's like, there's no fucking way. She's like, I'm never doing this again. Like, this is a one-time deal. Cause we're 6 weeks. She had her 6-week appointment with the ortho yesterday. And he's like, you know, she's like, I'm pretty fucking miserable. You know, it's like, I'm in like a lot of pain, like almost always. She's like, if I try to use it, I'm in agonizing pain. And she's been in the PT, man. So it's like, it's been brutal. Like around the holidays, as you can imagine, has sucked for her.
And it gets cold and it's worse. Like I get a bad toothache, you know, once in a while. And it's the cold.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. All right, here, listen, let's do this. All right. So yesterday we went through the footnote 6 from the SJC opinion that came down. Right. And that's where I was telling everybody, I'm like, look, this thing tells the tale. This is the Supreme Judicial Court is telling the lower court judge, okay, there's nothing that exists that stops Kelsey from coming in with her lawyers if there's been a change of circumstances. And Kelsey now being able to breathe into the scram device with the appropriate amount of force to get the thing to operate is a change of circumstances. So that we got that covered, you know, because like, dude, I know they like, you're not on the Twitter machine anymore, which is really a blessing.
It really is. No. I'm not complaining. Like
Yeah.
my life has been exponentially
more
easier.
Pleasant.
Like
just more pleasant.
right.
Yeah. Like you're not having to deal with that fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So
nothing but distractions of garbage, of pure garbage.
Exactly. It, like, you know, it's like I think I fooled myself into thinking that it drives subs to YouTube, and I just don't think that it does.
Nope.
Like, I think the one thing that it's like, and Allie's been telling me, she's like, you're wasting your time on Twitter because it's not driving people to the channel. And I'm like, you're probably not. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a fucking billion,
Twitter,
27, you know, and I'm like,
YouTube would drive people to my Twitter.
Right.
But that's it. You know what I mean? And
but the only thing I think that it's been of value is in terms of the networking. Like I've gotten value from networking in terms of the people that I've met on there. But in terms of anything else, in the toxicity level that exists on that platform doesn't make it worth it to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Because until we finally were able to exchange numbers, Twitter was how we communicated. So many different people I communicated with through Twitter. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm planning another fundraiser stream, and I'm aiming for another New Year's, but this one for Kelsey.
Yeah.
So a 12-hour New Year's like we did last year for Karen Reed. I want to do it for Kelsey on New Year's. And there's a lot of people. Obviously, I want to have you on.
Yeah.
And Allie, if she can as well.
Totally. She'll definitely come and hang.
And so I want to get a hold of some of the same people. So I might need you to help me with some of those same people that I used to be in
your back
contact
always,
with.
Dude. Always. With like any information, contact info I have, is yours, dude. So 100% on that. Yeah, I felt bad because I was supposed to on Saturday. Baker was doing a live, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "Would you jump on?" I'm like, "Yeah, like for sure." And then like, and he was running it kind of like in 3 different things. And like, little did I realize when I'm like, yeah, for sure that Scarlett, our youngest, had a fucking flag football tournament that started at 8:30 in the morning. And then I was getting picked up from that location in Aurora by my buddies, and we were heading straight downtown to start preparing mentally for the Bears game that was going on at 7 o'clock that night, because we were tailgating leading into. So I felt bad because I dipped on him. I got to send him a fucking email and be like, yo, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't have the time. Like, there was no way I could have done it. Like, that entire morning was like, wake up, get Scarlett ready, fucking stop at DD and get her fucking drink and a goddamn donut, and then off to the races. And it was like, there was no way I could have done it, but I felt bad. So, yeah, like, dude, I'm all in for any kind of fundraiser for Kelsey, 100%.
Yeah,
Tracy saying
that.
check text. All right, Trace, I'm looking now. That's old. Oh my God.
What?
Wow. Did you follow? Holy shit. Did you follow the Melanie Buzzard case, the little girl that went missing?
No.
Out west. Oh my God. They found her bus. She's been missing for months. Like, her mother took her on this like road trip, and like, she just came back and she didn't have her little girl with her anymore. They didn't have any way to fucking arrest her because they didn't know what happened to the girl. She wasn't cooperating at all. Wow. So they just found the little girl's remains, and Buzzard, the mom, was arrested. Holy shit, dude. That's big news.
It's so disappointing when it turns out to the parents, man. Like, you know, and it's usually likely the case, but holy man, they're streaming it. Let me unmute this, dude. We got footage thanks to Law Girls Not Attorneys, dude.
Are they on their phone?
I think so. Maybe. Looks like it, but I would imagine they got permission.
That is fucking amazing.
This is amazing. People, we got to give it up for Law Girls Not Attorneys real quick here, folks. We got to do it. And guys, stop what you're doing right now. Click on the link that I'm dropping in the chat. Go give them a like. Give them a subscribe. Obviously, there's a bad Wi-Fi signal in there.
Yeah, and I mean, the question is, they're going to be able to hear shit? Probably not.
That's all I really care about.
I know. I wonder if they could move over to like the other side of the gallery.
I seriously doubt it.
I seriously doubt it. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, like I feel like they got. I mean, because Grant's done it before, where they actually like talk to the judge and be like, "Yo, do you care if I stream this from my phone?" And the judge was cool about it. So that's probably what happened here. They probably got permission from the judge to stream from the courtroom, but probably from where they're sitting, you know?
Yep.
People are chatter saying that Melanie has the Zoom, but I have not heard from Melanie Little about that. No, she has the same feed that we have. Yeah, she's streaming law. And Yeah, Melanie Little is blowing up Law Girls Not Attorneys right now too, which is great. So yeah, like Melanie just said on her stream, let's get these girls up to 1,000 subs before Christmas so they can get monetized.
100%. I wish they would go and see if they could get on the Wi-Fi for the courthouse. You know, I want
yeah,
because that would help.
That's probably what they're on. I mean, because I know that in Denham Court you don't get a signal at all. Like you have to log on to the Wi-Fi to even text with somebody.
Yeah, yeah, that might be true.
There's no signal in the Denham Court.
Blessed is Michael's. Is his feed any better? Yes, we're streaming on my channel as well. If you guys haven't, jump over to our Defense Diaries podcast, our channel. Give a like, give a sub if you haven't. And all my people, make sure if you're late to our party, make sure you go over to Will's channel, The Glare, and Law Girls, Not Attorneys, both those channels, and give a like and most importantly a sub. Because like
right,
Will
if
said,
you're watching the Glare, go give Defense Diaries a like and a sub, please. And
please and thank you. Please and thank you. So they said Justice is just served is still black, so he's not up. Okay.
Yeah, big shout out to Justice Serve TV. Let me get their channel up too, because they're live. Go stop what you're doing right now. Go sub up to Justice Serve TV. If you guys are not subbed up to Justice Serve TV, you are slipping, because it is Michael Bryant and Linda Kenny Bodden, and the resume under those two is unbelievable. So the kind of insight that you would get from that channel is just invaluable. So if you're not subbed up to Justice Serve TV, you need to be subbed up to Justice Serve TV. And make sure to give their stream a like too. They're live as well, even though it's all black right now, but go give them a like. Let them know me and Bob sent you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, when they were starting the channel, like, because I was tight. I'm tight with both Michael and Linda, and they were like, we don't know how to do any of this shit. So I was imagine me of all people giving tips. So that was but yeah, they're amazing. I love them both. I've been able to, I've hung with Michael in real life, so
yeah,
he's just a fucking great guy. Because I knew them from back in the Law and Crime days, back when Law and Crime used to do if they were streaming a trial, they'd break away and they'd have like pockets of time where they'd have either Linda or Michael as host, and then they'd have guests talking heads on. So I was like always on with them. I'd sit there for, an hour, sometimes 2-hour slots. We'd watch portions of the trial and then we come back and we talk about it. So that was when I had formed my relationship with those two, and they're great. And then when they ended that, Law and Crime did, that's basically when they're like, fuck it, let's start a YouTube channel and we'll do it on our own, which has been awesome. They're awesome.
Yeah, since I can't, you also might want to just have a Twitter window open and refresh Michael Bryant's updates, because he's going to be live tweeting, according to folks here.
Do you want me to? I can see. There's no way we can share multiple things. I'll pull up my Twitter feed and I'll put on. I'll read his updates as we get them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's so. All right, I'll pull up Michael's. I'll pull up Justice Serves.
Yeah, we don't need to see him.
No, we don't need to see him. I'll just read them. Okay.
Man, how awesome is it that Law Girls Not Attorneys came through like that, man?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, they've
It's
always
awesome.
been so nice. I've met them a few times when I've gone to Boston. They're really kind.
Okay. All right, so I got their feed up. So I will keep the last update. They're giving love out to Law Girls Not Attorneys on a related subject. Why haven't you subscribed to Law Girls Not Attorneys? It's a good question. It's a good question. So 22 seconds ago, Michael tweeted, "Welcome to Department 4 on the 5th floor of Salem, Essex County Courthouse. All the Kelsey Fitzsimmons players are here. Law Girls Not Attorneys has the feed. So does Channel 10.
Oh, snap.
So I told
Channel
Anthony,
10 has it. But look, their Law Girls Not Attorneys now looks clear. They got a better signal, looks like.
So Michael says, "Yeah, I
Here
told
comes
Anthony."
Kelsey. Kelsey just entered the courtroom.
Oh, beautiful. Put a microphone on the defense table to get better audio. He's on it. All right. So things are looking up, kids.
They are.
Things are looking up.
And let me check NBC 10. They're talking about Sandra Birchbar on NBC 10. Let me see what they were saying.
Court, all right. Court is now in session. You may be seated.
Yeah, Robert Devine can never be a cop again.
Calling number 4 on the session J list for December 23rd, 2025. The Honorable Justice Kathleen McCarthy Nyman presiding. Como versus Kelsey Fitzsimmons, 2025, 77 CR 311, scheduled today for a motion hearing. Could counsel please identify themselves? Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Chipper, Associate on behalf of the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Attorney Fitzsimmons.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Timothy Bradle on behalf of Ms. Fitzsimmons.
Good afternoon, Attorney Bradle.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mark Copley on behalf of defendant Kelsey Fitzsimmons.
Good afternoon, Attorney Copley, and good afternoon, Ms. Fitzsimmons, and good afternoon to everybody in the courtroom. So the court is in receipt of a motion by Attorney Bradle, an expedited motion, I guess?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for having us. Judge, we're really standing on the motion in the sense that, we've done the medical homework, if you will, and Ms. Fitzsimmons is able to muster the appropriate amount of oxygen or deep breath, if you can. She can comply with the terms that the court has requested. We had her visit with the institution nurse and a couple of times, and we're confident that she's able to do it. And I hope that the court will reinstate what the court initially wanted her to undergo.
Okay, I just want to make a couple of notes here. The motion is entitled as an expedited motion, which the court was willing to do, but I do want to point out a few things. That the paperwork that was submitted with the expedited motion indicated that your position is that your client's been able to, in, I guess, your mind, comply with the terms of release since November 24th of 2025. So
Yes.
that's over a month ago.
Yes,
Ms. Fitzsimmons was in court on November 25th in person.
yes.
And I just wanted to be clear that that was not brought to anybody's attention at that point. There were also 2 other dates that were on for hearing, and it was never brought to the court's attention at that time that your client was able to do it. For the record, I just wanted to be clear that the court would have been open to hearing this type of information at any time. So I'm just curious why it was filed yesterday as an expedited motion when it seems to the court that there was plenty of time to do it in the regular course.
No, this is a legitimate question.
Right. Yeah, you were talking about this yesterday.
That's right.
And that's the reason.
Okay.
Fuck the appeal.
All right, so I just wanted to make the record clear that from, I guess, from when my motion was written, it was clear that at any time there was a change in circumstances, the court would certainly be open to hear from the defense on it. That was also made, I think, in the Commonwealth's response to the SJC filings. The Commonwealth did indicate that that was certainly an option that you had. The single justice on October 15th also noted that that was something that Ms. Fitzsimmons could do in the event circumstances changed. Then apparently there was medical evidence to support your position over a month ago, November 24th. Again, November 25th, she was in court in person, could have certainly have alerted the court to her condition at that time, and the court certainly would have been open to seeing if she could do the scram. She was in then, actually December 19th, last Friday, she was in front of Judge Drexler, and Judge Drexler actually prompted the defense and brought this issue up with them. And here we are 3 months later, which is about 103 days total, Ms. Fitzsimmons been in custody, and I just wanted to make that clear. So with that said, we'll certainly hear from you, and did Attorney Gubitosi, do you have anything to say?
No. Guys are misreading it.
The arguments that I've made 3 or 4 times in the past, so almost position on the 58A and conditions and the like. I don't need to add anything.
Okay.
Couple of things, Nora. So I have no doubt that if we had brought it up at different times, the court would have entertained it just fine. But you know, we had a pending appeal going.
So what?
You know, we elected to prosecute the appeal.
That's fine.
And it would have mooted the appeal, Your Honor. So that's sort of the legal,
Exactly.
Justification as well. And you know, the scores from
I was getting so mad.
Bradle's had her sitting in jail unnecessarily. It's that simple.
So, you know, it wasn't like she was, you know, having passing these with flying colors.
Okay.
So it was going in the right direction. It was,
Okay.
you know, it wasn't a
No, that's certainly you're right. I
grand
just want
slam,
to make
so to
sure
speak.
that the record's clear that this court has been open to this type of motion.
Okay, you're the good guy, lady. Got it.
The documentation that was submitted indicated that on November 24th, the patient was in no distress and was able to do the, that whatever test.
Scram.
Incentives.
At the institution. So that's fine. So I do want to address a few things. First of all, relative to Ms. Fitzsimmons' mental health, back when I made my order, there were there was, I think, some schedules for her to go and see certain providers. Is that still in place?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Mary.
tell me about that.
So Dr. Zeisel is our retained expert, and he's also treating Ms. Fitzsimmons. And he is ready to go with appointments, and he understands that probation is to be informed of all the appointments and compliance issues, et cetera. And the other one is Mass General, the Mass General Clinic, and Ms. Fitzsimmons is ready to make those appointments as well, and we'll advise probation of that. No.
Okay, so those were this, I know, Dr. Did Ms. Fitzsimmons get treatment while she was incarcerated?
No.
Okay,
I mean, she had some visits, but nothing that we would consider any sort of
so Dr.
comprehensive treatment.
Dr. Zeisel, that's the doctor that the defense has?
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
and what's his specialty again?
He's a forensic psychologist. I've worked with him for many years, and he's also taken an interest in Ms. Fitzsimmons in the sense of treating her as well as being a consultant for us.
So do you have a treatment plan currently from him, or what was the plan if back?
So it was Dr. Zeisel was going to see her twice a week, I believe it was, and then she was going to have at least a weekly with Mass General. And I think that.
And is there a specific doctor at Mass General?
Well, Dr. Nisevich, you may recall, is the kind of the head of the team. I don't know if he's going to be specifically on the meetings. I think that's going to be a Zoom type situation.
Okay. So that will be Zoom. And how about Dr. Zeisel?
I believe, if I can say one more, Mayor?
Sure.
So Judge, it's going to be a Zoom with Dr. Zeisel as well, but he's available. He's very flexible. If he feels he wants to see her in person, he will certainly be happy to do that.
Okay, if that's the case, with the appropriate notification to probation. So the previous conditions were GPS probation. Do we have a GPS available?
Yes, we do.
Okay. 24/7.
Oh, I smell it coming.
She's, I mean,
Medical visits, psychiatric visits.
It's happening.
visits, And all of that has to be with 48 hours notice to probation. Reside at the home of William Page, and mom's here today?
Yes, sure.
Lauren, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, could you just come forward? Could you swear her in, please?
Oh, I love this.
Did you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear to make true answers to such questions put to by the court or upon its directions, so help you God.
Yes. So, good afternoon. As you know, my name is Kathleen McCarthy, and I have a few questions for you. Where are you currently living?
24 Oak Knoll Road in Methuen, Mass.
Who lives there with you?
My husband and our daughter Madison.
Okay. So I think the last time that we were in court, it was just you and your husband that were living there. Is that right?
No, Madison was too.
Okay. So I'm going to order again. I know a few months have gone by, but I'm going to order that the board of probation run BOPs on all the current residents that are going to live there. And also, your last name's Page, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Page, your daughter, if she's released, then she's going to be in your custody. Do you understand that? And there are certain conditions that are going to be imposed. They're going to be the same conditions for the most part that were imposed before. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do I have your word that if it appears that your daughter's going to be violating any of those terms, that you will in fact contact the probation department?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I do want to have a home check at that location. Can we do that?
You could do it this afternoon, but I would probably need about a half hour to an hour to get that completed.
Okay.
I can have someone from my lawyer's office do that whole visit.
Okay.
Home check
That's
today.
a condition precedent to release. And then stay away, have no contact with the named victim in the case, any of the witnesses, and with the child. No alcohol with scrams. The scrams are going to be random.
She can't see her
They're going to be
kid.
between 6 a.m. in the morning and 11:30 at night. Ms. Fitzsimmons has to sign all the releases again and follow the treatment plans that are in place. I assume Attorney Bradel or Attorney Coakley did the same treatment plan, similar, by Dr. Zeisel and Mass General. So for now, it's going to be ordered that Ms. Fitzsimmons have sessions with Dr. Zeisel at least twice a week, and by Zoom is fine, and at least one time a week at Mass General under Dr. Nisvic, was it?
Nisevich, Nicevvic.
Okay, or any
His team.
doctor, somebody on his team.
Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Gubitosi, do you want to be heard on anything?
The only thing that we had talked about before, Your Honor, was that she's not to have the firearms, dangerous weapons, and there shouldn't be any of those in the home.
Yes, so there's no firearms or dangerous weapons Ms. Fitzsimmons can't be in possession of, and there are to be no firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Anything else? Attorney Brado?
No, you're right. Thank you.
Attorney Gubitosi?
No.
So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take about an hour break, and there'll be the home visit conducted, and we're going to see if Ms. Fitzsimmons can actually do the scram. I understand that it's the defense's position that she can, but we're going to give her an opportunity to do that, because I want to make sure if there's any problems, it's brought to my attention today and not on another day. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right. Go stand at 30 seconds.
So what it seems like right now is that they want to check the home to make sure that it's fine. And they want to make sure that she can actually do the scram test. They're gonna give her a scram test to make sure she can actually do it.
So they're going to take an hour to do that. So the couple that stood up and the judge addressed, they were put under oath. That is the couple that is going to take Kelsey in. You're going to be staying with them. They're going to do a background check on them, make sure that they're good, make sure that they are. At that point, they're going to send somebody out to do a home visit to the house, to the residence where she'll be staying. They'll make sure that that's good. I'm sure that it is. And then she's going to make her do, approve it up in court. They'll make her do a test run of the Scram device. I'm assuming at this point that that'll be fine. And she's going to get released today, as I called. Here's where I'm at with it. I'm looking at the chat.
Oh, shit.
I'm seeing a lot of
End up getting copyrighted.
Yeah, don't do that, dude.
It just went to the next video. I had no control over that. And I have YouTube Premium, so it was probably some movie, but hopefully we're good.
You can clip it out from YouTube, like on the YouTube edit, and just
but then the chat will disappear, but that's not a big deal. It's whatever. I just like the chat to still be there.
So, I was looking at and I know this judge's demeanor during the September 11th hearing was fucking disgusting. We all feel that way, but I was telling, this judge doesn't have a personal vendetta against Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Whether we agree or disagree with the way that she was treating Bradel in that hearing and the way that she was treating the probation, we all do. Her demeanor left a ton to be desired.
Sure, right. Somebody could have just pissed in her cornflakes that morning. Who knows?
I think in her mind, she was doing the right thing because she made these conditions. And this is the same for any judge. When they make conditions of bond that they're allowing somebody out on bond, where they're not making it a no bond, you got to stick with those conditions. If you don't stick it, typically what happens, which didn't happen here, okay, which didn't happen, typically when you have a violation of the conditions of bond, it's the Commonwealth or the state that's filing a motion and saying, okay, look, she's out on bond. We're asking you to rescind bond because she's violated or he has violated the conditions of that bond. Now, that's not what happened here. So what happened here is Kelsey told Bradel and Coakley, look, this is fucking killing me. It's it physically is torturous for me to try to blow into this device. It's my lungs are on fire. It's so he's all right. He calls the Commonwealth, calls the prosecutor. He's look, we got to try to figure out an alternative to the Scram blowing device. Do you mind if I file? Are you going to object? Are you going to give me resistance when we go into court? Commonwealth said, no, man, we're cool with it. Whatever we get, as long as she's complying with the Scram somehow, whether it's a bracelet, even though they're not available in Massachusetts, or if we can figure out some way to do it, cool. So what ended up happening on the 11th is Bradel came in. He was relying on the fact that he had kind of talked to the Commonwealth prosecutor, and the dude was like, I'm not going to object. I'm on board with it. I'm not going to give you any resistance. And Bradel's going there and thinking, all right, I'm good to go. Doesn't bring the medical records. And, the judge fucking flamethrows Bradel on that day, so, and ultimately she's like, look, there is no alternative. We don't have the Scram bracelet that you wear on your ankle, the test for the alcohol. And you didn't bring any medical records in for me. They put the probation guy on. The probation guy is she's complying. It's just really, really hard for her to do it. Your Honor, you never wouldn't have been made aware of it because we would have considered it not to be a violation, because even though she was late in getting it done, she was still powering through and getting it done. So there's a thing where the judge probably went off the rails.
And that's what really got me. It's she still passed too.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't make sense that she would revoke her bail over just them simply asking a question or asking the court to do something. That's I think what sits really poorly with everyone is just all they were doing was asking for a little bit of, give here.
Yeah. But look, man,
there's no reason to revoke her bail and throw her in jail. You know what I mean?
She didn't revoke it. She said, look, you're not able to comply with it. And that was the point that she was trying to make. And here's my beef with Bradel. So I have no problem. I don't know who ML is. Melanie Little saying not to say she is going home today, but for only one event happening. So if for whatever reason the house isn't sufficient, if for whatever reason the two folks that are taking her in, if they've got some long criminal history, that could be a problem. And then the third thing would be if she can't actually make the blow. Like only she is going home 100% unless one of those three things is a problem. I don't anticipate they will. My issue is that it was known on November 24th, and this is what I'm saying. Since November 24th, she's been able to do it relatively, if not completely pain-free.
Yeah, I see the issue here.
I'm not. Look, dude, I'm a defense attorney. I'm not afraid to call out other defense attorneys.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and
no, I don't think anybody's holding that against you.
Yeah. No. Well, they shouldn't.
But I'm saying, like, you're
Here, let me
explaining
finish
it
my statement
quite clearly. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, it's on the record, and he put it in the motion that since November 24th, she's been able to comply.
Right.
And what Tim's saying is that, well, you know, we filed this fucking appeal. So what? It's moot. The issue is now moot because your client can now blow into it. You withdraw the appeal and you get your client out on November 24th, right before Thanksgiving. That's what you do. That's what's in the best interest of Kelsey. Like somebody asked in the chat, do you think that Kelsey might have been, would you be in agreement to staying in jail until after the appeal's done? I wouldn't.
Right.
Like if I knew I could comply, because like the judge is like, everything that she was saying is all the things that I hear as a defense attorney where I'm like, all right, she's reinstating the same conditions and assuming that everything goes as it should, Kelsey's getting out today. You know, I mean, so
yeah, I mean the way that you've explained it, it's pretty clear. Like, I understand. Yeah, through and everything that you were saying yesterday aligns with what we were hearing the judge saying just now.
Yeah.
In the sense that the judge is basically naming off, okay, so first off, why didn't we do this last month? Second of all, okay, so here are the conditions. And she sure as hell was spelling it out like as if she was intending on sending her home today. Under the conditions, I mean, considering her charges, of course, it's easy for us to be like, oh my God, everything that happened to Kelsey sucks and it's wrong and it's an injustice. True. All of that is true. But you have to understand, legally speaking, what she's accused of involves weapons, and they have to make sure that she doesn't have weapons. In the report, she admittedly she admits to having attempted suicide.
Yeah.
You know, so the judge is just basically covering all bases here before she's like, you know what I mean? That's why she's going, I just want you have the right to handle this case the way you did, Mr. Bradel, but I want it on record that's why
November.
She's just covering her ass. The judge is covering her ass right now. That's all.
She's putting it on the record.
Right.
That if you come to me November 24th, when there's been a representation made that Kelsey could comply, that you decided not to bring it up. And then she was in court again in December. Different judge, but she was able to comply then, and you didn't bring it up. You know, because I'll just tell you, like, Allie and I were out shopping. We've been practicing.
I'm sorry, but like those of you shit talking Bradel in the chat, let me tell you something. Even the best players fumble the ball from time to time. It's not that serious. Like, you know, it doesn't mean Bradel's a bad lawyer. And, you know, I've been watching this guy in action for the last fucking 2 years, and he's been nothing but impressive.
No, I think Tim's a fine attorney.
Yeah, you know,
did he fuck up here? Potentially, yes, in terms of not doing what was in the best interest of his client, which is our number one job, always to do what's best in the best interest of our client. I mean, here's where my problem is that the entire basis of the appeal was based on the fact that, look, and you know, the due process argument becomes mooted the moment that Kelsey Fitzsimmons is able to comply with the original order. And if that was in November, then what he's trying to appeal is now what they call moot. It means it doesn't matter. It's a non-issue. It doesn't exist in the world anymore So, and like that was why I read footnote 6 to y'all last night on the live, because the single justice, when they first appealed it, had the same language in there saying, look, if there's a change of circumstances, meaning when Kelsey is able to actually breathe into the device with enough force so that the device can make the reading, that is a change of circumstances. There's nothing stopping her from coming in and asking the court to reinstate the condition so that she could be released. If single justice said that, instead of, and I don't know what the dates are. You all check the dates. I don't know when that first ruling came down, because then Bradel and Coakley decided, okay, we're going to go full panel. We don't want just the single justice from the SJC ruling on this. We're asking the full panel take a look at it. They do. They came up with the same decision, which we saw yesterday, but they made an absolute point to include that language that, hey, the single justice told you this, and we're restating it, that if circumstances have changed, which they have, as we're all now aware, that you can go in front of the court, which they're doing now, and you can say, hey, she's good to go. We're going to prove it up. You prove it up. She's back home or wherever she's going to be staying. So look, it's one of those things for the people that have poured their heart out to Kelsey. I think about if you're in the position, if Kelsey's unaware, like Kelsey's not a lawyer. Kelsey's a cop. Right. Kelsey hasn't gone to law school. Lawyers go to law school. Cops go to the police academy. That's two very, very different things. They don't teach you the same things. You are relying as a defendant on your attorney and what they're telling you. They are. It's like having a Google for the law, and that person is your attorney. So any legal questions you have, you're relying on what they're telling you, right? So if you're Kelsey and you're sitting there in court and the judges kind of put it out there, put Bradel on blast a little bit, say, hey, this seems to have been the case back in November on the 24th. Why didn't she come in then? Because what the result has been is your client has been sitting in county jail for a month, almost to the day. We're 1 day short. And she wants it on the record. Any judge is going to do that to cover their ass. Like, you don't want Kelsey coming back and saying, oh, well, I could have done this a month ago and the fucking judge kept me in jail. No, that's not how it went. Like, I'm putting it on the record that had you come in front of me, I would have entertained it in November. And had she been able to comply, and the home thing, like I'm keeping an eye on the chat. I just want you guys to understand that, to finish that point, she would have entertained it, and most likely we're having the same result that we're going to get today. Because I'm assuming everything's going to go fine. If it doesn't, then my prediction is wrong. But it's not because of the law. It's because she can't comply still. It's two different things. But in terms of the home check is not bullshit, because she's not, her house, as we all know, is not an option for her anymore. So this is like what they do in federal court. Like, you don't get in bond in federal court. Okay, so if you have a federal case, what they do is, if it's a case where you're trying to get released pre-trial, you've got to have basically a sponsor who says, I'm going to make sure that the defendant gets to court. I'm going to make sure that the defendant is going to comply with the conditions of bond. I'm willing to take that on. They will always do a background check on those folks, and they will always go and do a home check. They have to make sure that it's suitable.
Right.
That's not unusual. There's nothing.
That's not. Yeah, I didn't find that. Right. I agree 100% on that.
Yeah, I saw it in the chat. As far as everything else, like Will was saying, if Kelsey's having some mental health issues, which clearly she was, she wants her to have counseling. That's fucking a positive thing. That's not something negative. It's not a detriment. The case involves a weapon. She can't have guns. That's standard.
I would find it disturbing, considering the fact that even Kelsey's own story is that she put a gun to her own head. So I would find it disturbing if she wasn't under some sort of mandatory psychiatric or psychological care. I mean, that's the judge's responsibility to make sure that happens. So, I get I get that, like, yeah, based on what you're saying here, Bob, that she could have gone home a month ago. People are pissed off about that, and I get that. I'm just saying that I'm not denying that Bradel could have made a mistake here. What I'm saying is it doesn't define him as an attorney,
No, not at
considering,
all. You
that's
can
my argument to the people in chat who are just like,
you
oh
can
my
watch.
God, not a big deal. That's what I meant by that. I'm sorry if I worded it poorly by saying not a big deal. I was just talking. But yes, it's a big deal. But
I mean,
the
30,
fact is
30
that
days in jail, an additional 30 days in jail when she's been in for 4 months is is a big deal. I
right.
mean, listen to
Yeah,
Aiden talking about his 60 days in.
sure.
It's a big fucking deal. So
Sure.
this is not an indictment on Bradel as an attorney overall. Every case is different. Every case is its own story.
But if she could have
Every
gone home a
case,
month ago, she should have. Right.
correct.
I
So
hear exactly what you're saying.
we don't have to make lawyers in cases that we're following heroes in every scenario because that's just not how it fucking is. We're all human beings. I've done it for decades. There's cases where if you were to ask Tim will be the first one to say, yeah, I should have brought the motion a month ago. But because Tim, when you watch him in action, is a fucking very, very good lawyer.
Yeah.
Tim is sitting there fighting. Tim is fighting a fight in Aiden's case, which is absolutely fucking critical to me, along with Mark.
Right.
That the First Amendment ramifications of Aiden's case are one of the most important cases that is going on in the country right now.
And
Fact.
if I'm correct, that's one of the main reasons why Aiden hired Bradel is because of Bradel's unusual passion for the First Amendment. So Bradel's already like, I mean, the first conversation I had with Tim Bradel was like maybe 5 minutes, and it was just him not holding back and him just, it was just a private conversation between the two of us in person. And he was so passionate about free speech. And I was just like, yeah, I was like, Aiden got the right guy for this case. Aiden absolutely got the right guy for this case.
So there's a couple. So Fun Size says, but no one can guarantee that. I don't know what you're what you're referring to because that was at 137. I like assuming what? What am I assuming? I don't know. All we know is that there is a court record in terms of a filing that was made that Kelsey was able to comply and was able to blow into the device on November 24th. The judge just put it on the record. All I could go by is the record. That's not me assuming anything. That's
right.
me repeating what I just heard put on the record in a court of law. So, if you guys think that I'm picking on Bradel, I am a little bit. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Like
if the
you
reality
can because you know what you're talking about. You have experience. You're educated in the same field and you have decades, as you said, of experience in this. So, of course, if you see something that seems like a bad call, we count on you to be able to point that out. We don't want you to just sit here and be like, oh, well, Bradel's awesome and just blindly.
Don't make me the fucking bad guy because I'm
No,
calling shit out.
not at all. No, I back you 100% on every
in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that potentially left Kelsey rotting in fucking jail for a month extra unnecessarily. I'm not the one. So don't be shitty to me because I'm calling it out. All I know is the information that we were provided today was that it sounds like since November 24th, Kelsey has been able to comply, which means that they tested it. And Nunya be nuns. Bradel, I would hope that he has talked to Kelsey, but if he's made a representation in a pleading, then I'm assuming that he had the testing done back on November 24th and she was able to do it then. Otherwise, that's a whole nother can of worms. If he's making a representation that didn't exist in November, on the 24th, meaning that she couldn't do it, but he represented that she could. I don't think Tim's doing that at all. So here's what Allison and I talked about. This is the only thing that, and this is total speculation on my part. If this is a thing where Tim was hoping to kind of win the point against the judge, in hoping that the full panel was going to disagree with the single justice and overrule the judge in order to win that point, instead of getting Kelsey out, and that's why he let the appeal go through, because the Supreme Judicial Court's not going to give a shit if they don't have to do the work. If you're pulling something off their docket, if you're saying we're withdrawing the issue because it's mooted, we're going to withdraw our petition because there's been the change of circumstances, the Supreme Judicial Court's not going to be mad at you for them not having to write a 14-page opinion and do the work. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, oh, we're mad at you. Why did you waste our time? You know, it's like, if the thing became moot, meaning that she could now blow into the thing and they don't need to do it because they're able to go into court and do what they did today, then the SJC is not going to be busting your balls over it. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, you withdraw appeals if the thing becomes moot, and Bradel talked about it, it would have been mooted out. So, you know, it's like, and when he said that, that gave me that tinge. I'm like, it's not a great look if you're kind of obsessed with winning a point over a judge that treated you like shit just to win the point. So you could say, see, judge, you were wrong. And I went up to the highest court in the Commonwealth to prove that you were wrong about the way that you handled this from the beginning. And I'm talking about the sitting judge in the lower court, not the single justice. So, I mean, look, man, the bottom line is that Kelsey's going to get out today, presuming that everything goes right, presuming that the background checks come back, that the house is good, and that she can blow. The judge wants to see it. To me, that's the only hiccup that could possibly exist. If that's true, if Kelsey cannot do it in front of the judge, then there's going to be some other issues that are going to pop up where the judge is going to be coming at Bradel again. You know, and like maybe hauling this doctor who's making representations that he watched her do it and she could do it from the jail into court and saying, why are you saying that she could do this when she couldn't do it? You know what I mean? I mean, like she's right. But I'm assuming that none of that's going to happen and that Kelsey's going to be able to do it and that Kelsey's going to get out today, which is what we all want at the end of the day. I'm just saying.
I mean, if she had a hard time before, but still did it, there's no reason to think that after all this time, she shouldn't be able to do it now. So, you know, I mean, just logic would dictate that. And on top of that, you know, I can't imagine, unless there's just some absurd circumstance that the home would not be suitable for her to be in, you know. So, I mean, yeah, in theory, it all seems like she's going home today. There's no reason to think that she wouldn't be.
If everything goes as planned, she's going home. They're going to release her. Like you know, it's exactly what I said last night. Like you could just look at the documents. We don't have to guess. Like as soon as I read that in the opinion that dropped yesterday from the SJC, I'm like, they're telling him. They're saying, look, as long as she can do her shit, that's a change of circumstances. She's getting out. The judge is going to reinstate it. So the judge is just dotting her I's and crossing her T's right now. Making sure.
So it wasn't just like an SJC going, fuck you, denied. Right. It was, hey, we're denying it, but it's not, you know, there's an end to this rainbow. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world. You're good. You have options, you know?
No, so TD, this like at 142 TD, I can't post the chat to you like when you guys put up a comment. But so TD at 142 ask Bob, is there a reason to sit and wait for an appeal if your client can get out immediately? And my answer is a resounding no. That's my entire point. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Say that one more time.
TD had asked Bob, is there a reason to sit and wait for an appeal if your client can get out immediately?
Right.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like Tim, great lawyer. The guy knows his shit. In terms of this, I'm trying to think from a lawyer's perspective, what may have caused him to not bring this in November if he knew she could do it on November 24th, because then she's out on November 24th, the exact same hearing that's happening today, the judge saying the exact same things. Okay. Two folks that are going to sponsor her, stand up, swearing you in. You know, you're good to go. You're willing to do this. Yes, we are. Okay. We're going to order a background on both of you. Cool. We need to do a home check. Cool. Who can do that? All right. You got that. Your Honor, it's going to take us an hour to do it. I'm coming back, and you know, you're going to have to continue your therapy and your counseling. You're going to have to do that. All the other conditions, no weapons. The stay away order is still in place. The one thing that I'd like somebody to pull, if you've got it, because I saw people saying that she's not allowed to see the child. Was the child definitively listed as a protected party?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that the reason why it's not just a family court issue is because the child is listed in the protective order, and it's this judge's responsibility to enforce the protective order, right? So if the child's listed in the protective order, then she can't see the child.
Yeah, and like, look, I don't think anybody's picking on Bradel. You know,
no, you're just pointing out what you
see
to be what you consider to be a very grave mistake. I understand that.
I think there's people in chat.
Oh my God, the chat's going nuts. Like, there's people who are mad at you. They're mad at me. They're.
I'm simply pointing out that if Kelsey could have been out a month ago, and for whatever reason, Bradel and Coakley, two lawyers, decided that we're going to wait out the appeal, I disagree with it. I disagree with that. So what Allie and I would have done is, if I had notice from the jail that my client was able to do the blow, because I was calling for this 2 months ago on my channel. I said, as soon as the first opinion came down, I'm like, well, why? I'm hoping that Tim's going to the jail and asking for them to test to see if she could do the scram, because she's healing. With time comes healing. Right. Wounds heal. So, and she had been in for months at that point. She was able to comply. Even when she was out, it was just really, really hard and painful for her. So I'm assuming over a few months that have gone by, she's continuing to heal. Her lungs are getting better, and that, you're going to continually monitor that. And then the moment she's able to do it, where it's not excruciatingly painful for her, I'm running back to court full fucking speed and saying, okay, she can do it now. Right. She can do it now. Can we let her out now? That's what I'm doing. And so, and that's all I'm saying. And the appeal be damned. I don't need to win points, and I don't need to feel like I've trumped the judge because I got an opinion that came down in my favor from the Supreme Judicial Court over my client not having to sit in jail pending trial. That'll never win for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'd love to ask Tim. And I'd ask him flat out. I am not saying a goddamn word that I wouldn't ask Tim straight out.
Right. I'm not seeing this as you shit talking Tim Bradel. I'm not seeing it that way at all. I think that it is foolish and naive, frankly, for anybody else in the chat to think of it that way. This is an attorney who is watching every detail of a particular case and is invested in this case, and the attorney who's assigned to the case is doing something that the attorney observing would not do. I think that is perfectly fair. That is the entire point and purpose behind and the benefit of following a law tuber. That's why we watch law tubers.
And
you get the bad with the good. If it doesn't agree with your assessment, it is what it is. Too bad. But this is why we watch.
Tim might have a perfectly reasonable explanation that I haven't.
I'm listening. I'm going to be off camera for a second.
Yeah, Tim. If I were to ask Tim the question, he might have a perfectly reasonable explanation as to why this was done this way. If it was, I was waiting on the appellate opinion to come down, that's not a reasonable explanation to me. If she was able to blow on the 24th. So, like, that's just, and any honest broker lawyer that's hearing this, if they're not saying the same thing to me, they're more worried about, not ruffling feathers than just being honest about an assessment. That's all this is. I mean, I Miss Janet demeanor, like, it's the way it seems to me. She said, "Yep, I think this was a pissing match." It's that's the way it appears on its face. I respect him enough as an attorney to understand that he may have an explanation as to why it went this way that I just haven't thought of. It's that simple.
And it's not disrespectful or shit talking to give fair criticism when you're qualified to give said criticism. See what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit there and do that because I'm not a fucking lawyer. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
so
I do
when I hear a lawyer say it, I take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I don't
okay.
know one attorney on the fucking planet that hasn't made a mistake.
Right.
We're human beings, man.
I don't understand why people are acting like it's
there's no such thing as
a catastrophe.
Yeah, there's maybe I'm saying it because you just don't want to hear it, and it makes you feel a little icky that Kelsey probably should have been out of jail a month ago.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's
and it's fair to be pissed about that. But it doesn't mean that Bradel is a bad lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that because you feel that way that you have to hate Bradel.
We see Bradel in multiple cases. We know that Tim Bradel is an excellent attorney.
Right.
This is a separate.
It's not even a question.
Right. This is a separate discussion.
Right.
This is a discussion is strategically in this particular matter with Kelsey and the fact that she's sitting in jail and has been for months. Did he make the right choice? If in fact Kelsey was able to comply as early as November 24th, that's all this is. We can watch Tim and he does amazing work in Aiden's case. He makes compelling, powerful arguments. He knows the law. Those are all gospel. That doesn't mean that he didn't drop the ball in this particular circumstance right here. And it doesn't mean that he's not going to be a phenomenal attorney for Kelsey at trial.
Right.
This is an isolated incident that happens along the way while you're trying to get to trial when many things are happening as you're leading your way up to trial. I mean, if you look through any case and you look at the procedural posture, meaning what happens when you lead up to trial, all the motions that are filed, and you sit down and you're critiquing it intellectually honest in an intellectually honest fashion. And you're like, from lawyers' perspectives, we'll say, oh yeah, I would have done that differently, or I would have filed this motion. Allie and I do it all the time. It's not a criticism of an attorney if we would have done it differently, or if we
not a criticism of his character. Right. It's a criticism of one thing. Right. Yeah, like you and I are having the same conversation. It's certain people in chat that are not on our page.
Right,
here.
Exactly.
We're perfectly in agreement with each other here.
Yes, we're 100% locked. So yeah,
I was just watching chat going, what is going on with you all, dude? Like everything's okay. So Bradel's still a good lawyer.
Yes, Bradel's still a great lawyer. He's going to do great work. Him and Mark are going to do a fucking phenomenal job for Aiden. They're going to do a phenomenal job. If this thing goes to trial, which I have, Evan, I'm talking about Kelsey's case. I have every reason to believe it will. Bradel and Coakley will do a fucking phenomenal job for her at trial. They are good trial attorneys. I mean, Bradel was a prosecutor, and then he was a defense attorney. I mean, he's been on both sides of the aisle. The guy's been doing it forever. There is no question about his ability to practice law. That's not what it issue. It's not what it is.
That's
If you
not
give
gonna.
a shit about Kelsey like you're screaming that you do, and you come to find out that she could have been out a month ago, and you don't have an issue with it, you need to kind of reassess like who you care most about. Do you care about whether Tim may have dropped the ball on this one, or do you care about Kelsey's well-being?
And it's okay to point that out. You know, like it's
I
perfectly
can't do it
okay.
any other way, bro.
Right. It's perfectly okay. Like nobody's getting hurt here. You know, so
well, I don't even in Mastiff Mama says Bradle's not going to admit a mistake. He doesn't need to.
Doesn't
Like,
have to.
He doesn't need to address it at all. Like this isn't something that's affecting the underlying case. All this had to do with is where his client is going to be situated while she's waiting to go to trial. And all of us would agree that a home is far superior to a jail cell, right? I mean, like we all want her out because we feel bad about this case in general. It's a terrible set of circumstances. We had a young woman who had just gotten her feet back underneath herself. And we have a guy who went in ex parte. That means without her being present, without her getting notice. And he filed a petition and he gave some supporting affidavits. And then one night while she's sitting in her house, she gets a knock at her door and it's her former partner saying, "Hey, I got bad news. Your ex just filed a fucking petition for a restraining order, and I've got to come take all your weapons, and even worse than that, way worse than that, I got to take your child." And like any mother, any parent, you're going to be fucking mortified. And she was blindsided. She had no idea it was coming. And so thus
her whole world was crashing down in a moment. Like
in the blink of an eye.
Moment, right.
With no warning.
Right.
So that's her reality. And so all of us, every single person in this chat, felt great compassion for her, and we still do.
Right.
So that's where my place is coming from in terms of kind of calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
In terms of the way that I look at this thing and the way that it went down. You know, I hope against hope that Tim's motive behind it wasn't because it was a pissing match, because he wanted to have the SJC come down and tell the lower court judge, you fucked up. Like, I hope that wasn't it. I hope there's another reason. Will he ever give that answer? No, and he shouldn't need to. I mean, if I was there and I had my little
you
microphone,
would do it.
I'd fucking walk right up to him and I'd say, "Tim." Well, first I'd probably talk to him off camera, and I'd say, "I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like what? You know?" But it's like I said, like I don't say anything to anybody or about anybody that I wouldn't say straight to their fucking face.
I agree.
That is an absolute truth about me. It's gospel.
That's a courtesy. That's not
100%.
It's not right. I talk about that on my stream all the time. Like that is probably one of the reasons why I work Kindred Spirits, because I don't have to you don't ever have to worry about me pussyfooting around my point. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to say what's on my mind. You're going to say what's on your mind. And I would expect that Tim Bradle would have the same expectation of you if that's your dynamic with him.
100%.
Right. So I don't understand why everybody in the chat is having a fucking fit. Like, calm down.
I think they're starting to calm down. I felt like I had to, I wanted to flesh it out. I wanted to flesh it out more. Like, we're all on the same team here. We're all
right
for Kelsey. We all want this. My whole thing is like, man, if you can get her out and she had the ability to be able to do it, then get her out. That's all. It's a simple fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a simple fucking thing.
And
you know, and, look,
and it's done. So now here we are. Can we all just enjoy the fact that Kelsey's most likely going to be walking out of there today and going home?
Yeah. Yeah, like I agree. TD said, "Get Bettero's take." Laugh. He'll say the same thing as me. Mark will say the same thing as me. I hate to tell you.
I don't know if he will publicly. But
I mean, he's a straight. I haven't really seen Mark pull
well,
punches.
only because I'm only assuming that because they work together on the same team on Turtle Boy's case, and I don't know if
Yeah,
I mean I don't know what
maybe that's true. You know, he might pass, but you know him deciding not to comment is just as loud as him commenting. You know what I'm saying? If he's like, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't really want to answer that question right now. That's the same as saying, you know, because if it was like, no, I think this was the right move, then he would say that.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so whatever.
And
Whatever.
just for the record, I make no bones about it. I will always be biased towards the mighty one.
Oh, I mean, you know, fucking Mark's
Always.
Mark's wonderful. Mark's wonderful. I've had him on my channel so many times that, you know, he's a fucking, he's super brilliant, and he's, you know, he's a fellow sports fan. Him and I have a lot of things in common. So it's aside from who we cheer for, you know,
just a good dude, man. You know, it's just a good dude. It's great.
Yeah,
like everything everything you hear him say is totally from the heart, and he's just a good dude. Yeah.
Totally. You know, and it's like, you know, we're all sitting there like as the attorneys, kind of watching the drama that seems to have, thank God, calmed down. That was, you know, like had stricken this amazing community that was built. You know, and I was the same way. Like, you know, like the attorneys that were following the cases and involved and talking, like we weren't in a position to get involved with that because number one, we don't want to. And number two, it's like there's nothing that we could bring to the table. You know what I mean? It's like I avoided like the drama shit with all of it that was going on. Number one, because I'm not interested in it, and I respect the fact that
some of us have found a pretty fun way of containing it. So we've found ways to contain it on our end, but you know, I mean, and on the other end, we mostly just ignore it unless we just make fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just, you know, it made me sad to see it, you know, because it was a really cool thing. Like, selfishly, as a defense lawyer, dude, like the Karen Reed case for me just bolstered what I've been trying to do on my YouTube channel for 2+ years, which is to get people to understand why fucking defense attorneys are so important, why we are really the white knights. It's not the government, is the prosecution and the cops. Don't ever forget that. You know,
I have a completely different perspective on defense attorneys since following the Karen Reed case.
That's what I'm saying. So
now, like, I hated lawyers generally.
Yeah.
And now all my heroes are lawyers.
Right. And dude,
that's
I mean,
crazy.
like that's my point. You know, that case was able to shine a light on exactly what I had been saying for a year, like for 3 years on my straight up traditional podcast, where I was trying to teach people, quit hating defense attorneys. We're the only fucking people out there that are protecting the Constitution. Everything that you're hearing from and watching on the content that you've been watching for 20 years are fanboying and fangirling on the cops and the fucking government. And just understand that when a defense lawyer is filing a motion to suppress, you don't blame the lawyer for saying, hey, the cop fucking violated this guy's rights, and the judge agrees and they suppress the evidence, and that guy walks for a crime. You don't blame the lawyer for protecting all of our rights under the Constitution because the cop violated the law. You blame the cop.
Right.
That's the whole point. When you frame it like that, and then you have an understanding of what defense attorneys do, you can't help but understand and believe at that point, we're the ones that are supporting the citizens and protecting the citizens, not the cops and the prosecutors. It looks that way because if you read a caption, it's the Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus, which makes it sound like they're representing all the people, which theoretically, in some sense, they are. But the professionals in that realm that are protecting the rights of the citizens are only the defense attorneys. You know, so when Karen's case came about and I saw the love, rightfully so, that Alan and David and Bob and Liza were all getting, I was like, man, it made me feel so, so good. And it made me feel so good for the defense bar because we are like, I've become friends with Dave and I've become friends with Mark because we're colleagues and we're all on the same side of this aisle and we all fight the same fight against the incredible power of the government. So, and when you are engaged in a fight like that for decades against this big amorphous thing that's just a bunch of elected people and people that went to a police academy or some law enforcement training and get a gun and a badge, but are the government, and when you fight against them and all the resources that they have and all the power that they have, and you get gut punched, you form an alliance of defense attorneys. We have each other's backs. We are very much like just an organization that exists that we will continually always have each other's backs.
Who else is defending your right against the
No
local
one.
government or the federal government? Who
No one.
else is defending your rights
No one.
legally in a courtroom? It's a fucking defense attorney. It just is. Like, you better be kissing the whole ass of the whole concept of a defense attorney. I mean, you look at John Adams, like that template being set. John Adams defending those soldiers from the Boston Massacre, right? Like, you look at that. That is a great platform to build our legal system off of, because John Adams proved that it was about the truth.
Yes.
I'm not there defending people. I'm defending truth. I'm defending the facts here. Here are the facts. These may be our enemy, but they didn't do this. And the facts dictate this. And we can't just throw away their basic God-given right to the truth because we don't see eye to eye. I mean, and that is beautiful.
That is a beautiful analogy. And if you guys have never watched the John Adams series, go and watch it. Watch it over your break. If you've got some time between Christmas, it's fucking great. It's
Giamatti, man. He was,
oh my God, Paul Giamatti playing that. Everybody in that entire series was phenomenal. But to Will's point, John Adams, when he decided that he was compelled to defend British soldiers that were responsible for the Boston fucking massacre, as you can imagine how much fucking hate John Adams was getting from all of the colony folks, the Americans that are like, what the fuck are you doing? He had to do, when he did that, he set into motion what our criminal justice system is today and what it stands for. That, like, you cannot be in a more unpopular position during the birth of our nation than
we're
John Adams.
back.
And John Adams set the fucking standard.
Yes, well said. 100%. And I mean, these last 2 years have just taught me.
With your mother, Lauren Page, and your stepfather, William Page.
Are they
No
back?
Firearms
Yeah.
or dangerous weapons in the home. Quarry checks on all people living in the home. Stay away and have no contact with the victim or witnesses and your child. No alcohol. Scram device with random checks between 6 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Sign all releases. Follow the treatment plan by Mass General Hospital. Sessions with Dr. Zeisel 2 times per week. 1 time per week session at MGH with Dr. Nitsevich. Do you understand all these conditions as the court has outlined?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and I just wanted to be clear that no one else is to reside in the house other than the people who are approved by the court. Do you understand that, Fitzsimmons? Yes. Okay, thank you.
All right.
There you go.
Woo!
Kelsey's going home.
Kelsey's going home, people.
Kelsey's going home. Great day.
Awesome.
Great
Yeah,
day.
absolutely. I'm so glad I got to like experience this with you, dude. I
Oh, dude, it
appreciate.
was fucking amazing. And how about a
They're
round of
lunch time
applause
snack.
to Law Girls Not Attorneys for getting us a
Dude.
stream? So
All
did
right.
we miss the blow? Did they make her obviously they made her do the blow and she did it. So
Yeah, we might have missed the hold on. Let's see if we can. Let's just watch that all over again. It's only 4 minutes. So
oh yeah. All right. So she must have had her do the little we'll see if they
let's
had her do the blow.
because we were, but I don't regret for a second the conversation we had on John Adams.
Great conversation. Yeah, you know.
And guys,
Court, all rise.
Court is now in session. You may be seated.
Recalling the case of Commonwealth versus Kelsey Fitzsimmons, 2025, 77 CR 311.
Okay, probation, what about this RAM? Was Fitzsimmons able to do it?
Yes, Your Honor, within the law, Fitzsimmons was able to do it accurately and
Okay.
without issue.
And how about the home visit?
The home visit was conducted in an acceptable residence for Ms. Fitzsimmons.
And relative to the probation checks, anything since the last time probation did a search?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else, Attorney Gubitosi?
No.
Okay, Attorney Brado?
No, Your
Okay, Attorney Copley?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, so, Mr. Clark, you may proceed.
Thank you. May I give a bail warning, Your Honor?
Yes.
The court orders Ms. Fitzsimmons that you recognize for your personal appearance before the court. If you commit a new offense while out on this bail, your bail can be revoked and you can be held without bail for up to 90 days. Do you understand that warning? Do you understand the conditions that the court previously outlined, that being GPS, not to be released until the GPS is in place, 24/7 house arrest, except for medical, court, attorney visits, or psychiatric appointments with 48-hour notice to probation. Reside at 24 Oak Knoll Road in Methuen, Massachusetts. Reside with your mother, Lauren Page, and your stepfather, William Page. No firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Query checks on all people living in the home. Stay away and have no contact with the victim or witnesses and your child. No alcohol. Scram device with random checks between 6 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Sign all releases. Follow the treatment plan by Mass General Hospital. Sessions with Dr. Zeisel 2 times per week. 1 time per week session at MGH with Dr. Nitsevich. Do you understand all these conditions as the court has outlined?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and I just wanted to be clear that no one else is to reside in the house other than the people who are approved by the court. Do you understand that?
yeah, she's out, man.
Okay.
It's done.
Thank you.
She's out.
Maybe there's some courthouse steps comments. I'll keep refreshing them.
Yeah, that would be check Boston 10. Or even Michael. Michael will probably have it. And Michael usually brings his little mic. I'll keep an eye on his his Twitter. I'll check their channel and see.
I don't
what's
think
going.
they're live right now.
I'll see if he goes. Can you go live on Twitter? I don't know.
I can't.
No, I mean in general. I know you can't.
Yeah,
live.
yeah, you can. I used to stream simultaneously on Twitter when I did.
All right, I'll keep Michael's shit up. Oh wait, here. Let's see. No, yeah, he's no longer live. Oh yeah, just keep an eye out. So great fucking news. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Nothing can diminish the fact that she is now getting out of jail. She will get to absolutely enjoy the holidays the best that she can without seeing her baby. I mean, that That's the downside here is that
absolutely. But the blessing is that Kelsey's family gets to spend Christmas with Kelsey. And
Yes.
she's not in jail, and she gets to eat a good meal and sleep in her bed, and
all of it. God, like Brooklyn,
man.
right? Like taking a hot shower, bro. Getting into some cozy PJs, getting into a fucking bed with a fucking pillow that feels good, nice comforter.
If she's got a dog, man, just hugging the dog.
All of it, all that shit, dude. All of that shit. That is like all the things that we take for granted on a daily basis. Like that's why I'm always like, I'm anti-death penalty, because to me, there is no worse punishment on the face of the earth than spending the rest of your life in a fucking cage.
Yeah.
Like all the shit that we just completely take for granted on a daily basis, man, is stripped from you forever. And you're living in a fucking 8x12 cage for the rest of your life. I don't give a shit if you get to watch TV in a fucking common area, or if they let you fucking have a typewriter in your you're stuck in a cage. You're never going to put your feet in the
dude,
ocean.
you look at Edmund Kemper, dude. You know what that dude does? You know who Edmund Kemper is, right?
Of course.
Of course. Right. So you know what that dude does? He does audiobooks for the visually impaired. He records audiobooks for the visually impaired and makes mugs. Makes drinking mugs. Like,
I've heard he's
right on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's done like voiceover work for fucking like, movies. I've heard, like, I'm like, what? He does have that very.
I mean, and he can't make money off of it, so it's going to some sort of good. You know what I mean? Like, so right on. You know, like if he can contribute to society in some way, like better.
He's never getting out
without the risk of him killing people. Right on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the least he could do.
Sure.
It's like fucking, it's the least that guy could do.
You gotta give the guy a little bit of credit. I mean, he's a disgusting shitbag, but he took full accountability. Like, he turned himself in. I don't think he would have caught him if he hadn't turned himself in. He just picked up the phone and was like, so I did this stuff, and that's it. Like, right after he like beheaded his mom, threw her tonsils in the fucking garbage disposal, did more things to her head that I won't get into, but his own mother. But once he did that, he got his closure, called the cops, turned himself in, and he was so smart that I believe there's a good possibility they never would have caught him.
I mean, it's like a lot of these guys, man. Like, I always have the conversation, obviously, when I was doing the Gacy thing. We had the conversation like, how long would Gacy have been able to operate in today's day and age? Like how many, because the guy ended up killing at least 33 men and boys, and like, but he was able to fly under the radar. It was different times completely in terms of the tech, in terms of like, we're all on the grid, these days, but it's like, I'm like, I guess if he's like, focusing on folks that are, have kind of fallen out of society and are like off the grid to the extent that you can be, maybe a few, but like, I mean, we're just all so under surveillance, like everywhere you go, like every business has some form of surveillance. Like they're gonna catch you walking around.
Dude, I walk everywhere because I walk everywhere because I like walking. And because of the fact that I follow so many true crime cases, I make it a point to walk in front of the businesses so that the cameras catch me, so that, because I know that if I go missing, they will canvass the cameras of the businesses on my route to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I make it a point to cut through the parking lots of the businesses so that the cameras catch me.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I have a lot of exonerated people on my channel. And where that thing is where people started saying, keeping receipts. Do you have receipts? that really started from exonerees, because they came to realize, and they were talking about keeping actual receipts that would prove that they were at a place where they said they were, pre-surveillance video in like businesses. Like, so if you had a dude who was like, well, I had a fucking alibi. I was at and I was in such and such a place and I purchased this. Well, do you have proof of it? Do you have the fucking receipt that you were there, that you bought the thing that shows the time? It shows that you bought the thing that you said you bought. And like that became like a thing. So like when exonerees would be like, man, still even now, even though in the changed times that we live in, where there's going to be some kind of record, I keep every receipt from every store, because like every exoneree is fucking like gun shy. Like they you know, if they run into anything that they think that they can get blamed for, they're like on fucking high alert, you know. But that concept of keeping the receipts started way back, you know, and it got adopted by the general public. You know, oh, I'm coming with receipts. I'm coming with receipts. Well, if you want to know where it came from, that's where it came from. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a true story. I mean, yeah, that's so like, yeah, I think what we're going to do over on our channel with this, and I know that you weren't following it. It's a devastating story. This sweet little girl, like I was talking about, this Melanie Buzzard, she's been missing for months now. The mom is a fucking nutbag. She wears like wigs all the time. She's fucking nuts. So like one day after, you know, the child was pulled out of school, she takes this weird road trip, like 36 hours. She drives from, I think it was, I can't even remember. I think it's somewhere in, I'm going to have to pull up the map, but it was like, I think somewhere in Arizona, and she drives all the way to Nebraska and then drives back all within 36 hours. Oh yes. Thank you. Lompoc, California. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gina. So or Lompoc, is it Lompoc or Lompoc? I think it's Lompoc. So she takes this weird road trip with her daughter, leaving her. They catch her on video, like at this rental car place. She's wearing a wig. Her little daughter has a wig on. Look at that kid. I mean, how adorable. Like, so they just found, and she returns back to Lompoc, and she doesn't have her daughter with her, and she's not cooperating with cops. And the cops can't arrest her. They end up arresting her on something that was not related to Melody, but they ended up releasing her. They were hoping to squeeze her, hoping that she'd be able to, you know, they'd be able to get her to start talking, to find out where this little girl was. And she doesn't. They end up releasing her because for various reasons. And then today they've recovered the remains of that beautiful little girl, and they've taken her into custody. Today we're going to find out what they're charging her with. I guess they're having a presser at 2 o'clock Pacific, so that'll be 4 our time.
Yeah,
so we'll go live
my time.
Yeah, we're going to go live with that presser over on our channel for sure.
Right on.
So, but on the positive, fucking great day. It's a great day. We should all feel incredibly happy for Kelsey, because creature comforts are in her very near future, and hugs, lots of hugs from people that love her, which I'm sure she cannot wait to be embraced in. So it's fucking great news, man. It's great news.
It is. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, is Kelsey to go home. She's going home.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's still got a battle ahead of her.
Indeed. Indeed. I mean, the real fight's coming. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the real fight's coming. And you know, it's going to be a hard fought case, because it's essentially he said versus she said, you know,
right?
I mean, there were only 2 people in that room, you know, and I'm obviously rooting for her. You know, she's had enough bad shit go down in her life. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So,
yeah, like, God, I just feel so bad, because I mean, this guy could I mean, and that's the thing is, I don't know if he's lying or if she's lying. I'm being objective here. I know that
it's
the
tough
boy,
from the cop's perspective, right? Because he has to have it be a good shooting.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not trying to lose his fucking job.
Right.
It's a really tough set of circumstances.
Yeah, my theory has always been, if her side of the story is true, what I think happened is, she went, put the gun to her head, but it misfired, and the cop saw an opportunity, misjudged, had his aim wasn't as good as he wanted it to be, and without thinking went to shoot her shoulder so that she couldn't shoot herself. Was trying to save her life, but not the way to go. You know what I mean? Just at that moment was probably what he was thinking. And now he can't explain that away. So, he's going with, okay.
Where's the fucking taser? Where's the taser, bro?
Right.
Like,
and this is your partner, your friend, your partner. Like, where are the alternatives to lethality?
Why are we fucking tasing her? Right? Because, like, theoretically, she easily could have died.
Right.
He shot her in the fucking chest.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, man. Like,
okay, Justice Serve TV is live. Hold on a second here. I am watching the chat, so hold on.
Let me see. Are they live on their channel?
I don't know. I don't see them live on their channel, but
I'm checking the Twitter feed. Okay, last update I see on Twitter. He said, so that happened. Kelsey being processed. Best guess is 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll see her get released in front of the courthouse for questions after that. Okay, so it sounds like they're going to be going live imminently. So that's good. That is good.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one for their YouTube.
I think they're probably setting it up. So you guys all know Nick Starrow, right? You guys know Nick?
Yeah. I love that guy.
So Nick posted at 1:18. He says, Mr. Bradle, and this is on Twitter, if you knew Kelsey Fitzsimmons could functionally use a scram device a week ago or more, then why wasn't this filed as a normal motion then? Why wait for the appeals? I mean, it's a legitimate, honest question to ask. But
it is
like why focus on the negative at this point? Because now she's out.
Right.
No use crying over spilt milk. Yeah.
But it's not like it isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, like the phrase that best fits is it begs the question.
Sure.
That's the only way that you can kind of look at it. Like, because when you see, and like, Allie hates when I fucking like say that I nailed it, but I nailed it. I nailed it. Absolutely. I nailed it a month and a half ago. I'm like, this is exactly what we'd be doing. And she's like, yeah, 100% we'd be doing this. And then, I nailed it again. Like, and I said yesterday, I'm like, she's getting out. I mean, we see the language. She's assuming everything goes as planned. She's getting out. I felt very comfortable putting that out to the world, which I did. And
the way you explained it was like I couldn't see it not happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and like my only question was like, how long has he known? Like Allie and I were out and we were at this outdoor mall, doing Christmas shopping when the news broke.
I can't imagine that he consciously would have avoided a chance to
I don't know,
get Kelsey out. I can't imagine that being the case. Not the guy that I personally have met and interacted with several times. No fucking way.
It would be poopy. It would be a poopy thing to do.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm just like, okay, it's a mistake. And that's, if I seem like I'm downplaying it, it's because I know the guy, he's not going to deliberately do that. It's not in his DNA to do that. I would bet my eyes on this.
Yeah, like Mavhawk says, I don't like Bradle, but I don't think he had any reason to think that the judge would grant it. Well, why? I told you yesterday, Mavhawk, that the judge would grant it. The judge was given no choice when the SJC puts that language that I read in footnote 6. Any lawyer that reads that knows that the judge is going to have to release her if she can comply with the conditions. Like I said, shitty judge or not, like I don't think that she has a personal vendetta against Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I just think that she's a shitty judge who has a shitty demeanor on the bench. I don't think that she's got any personal fucking like animus towards Kelsey and is going to torture her and keep her. If she can comply, she's out. Thanks, DB. Yeah. Thanks, DB.
Yeah, I highlighted this because I know you can't. So
history's saying now they're live again.
That's yours.
Oh, that's my chat. Let's see.
Yeah, that's your super chat.
See if no,
now
I mean,
who's live?
History's saying they're that Justice Served is live.
No, they're not. I've got them pulled up right here. Like here, I'll even share it.
Let me see.
Like I'm refreshing it.
Let me see.
I'm under the live section here. The latest is 59 minutes ago. Streamed 59 minutes ago.
What in the wide world? Sports?
And I keep refreshing it, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right, let's go to the channel. Let's go to live. Yeah, you're right. Nothing. Crickets.
Crickets. Right. So I don't know what people are talking about.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Live.
Somebody said they have 2 channels. I'm not aware of this.
No. What? No, they don't.
Yeah. No.
No.
Dude, I love that they're already at 33,000 subs, man. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're like they've been going at it hard for a year. I mean, they put out a ton of content. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. They do what
they have over 1,000. Yeah, they've only been on for maybe a year.
Yeah. Yeah. They started like a year after we started, you know, and it's like, dude, you know, you got to put the work in, bro.
Yeah.
You got to go live.
I've been at this for like 6 years.
Yeah. I mean, we started, I think it was 2 years in October where I started putting content out. You know, and I really had started the channel to promote the podcast, like the actual audio podcast. You know, I was like, like maybe we should start doing the YouTubes. And then it turned out that everybody started doing video podcasting. So it's like, I kind of like, I think I was like right on time with starting to do it. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't know how it translates because we usually will turn our lives
Seen in the 1970s.
Like, Barry.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, what news? Give me a news station and I'll go to it.
Man, when you were playing your intro with the whole Kmart thing.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was like my child.
I started doing that a few years ago. It's always been a hit. Like around Christmas time, I'll play Christmas commercials from the 80s.
That was 100% my childhood, dude.
Yeah,
that was my reality.
Yeah, like it just like I get a warm feeling, and then like I notice people in the chat got a warm feeling, so I just do it. I've been doing it every year.
Dude, like Toys R Us, the Toys R Us catalog that would come out at Christmas, like was unbelievable. Like that was the greatest fucking thing ever. They get the toys, you know, like I just read that they're reopening Toys R Us stores because the whole chain went out of business. Like Amazon flamed through them. And then it was like, they were like, you know what? Like, I think people are kind of missing going into stores instead of buy. Plus Amazon's fucking fleecing everybody. Oh yeah. The Sears catalog, 100%. Sears catalog. That was like, as a 10-year-old boy, that was as I got to porn, dude. Like looking in the bra section. Woo!
Yeah.
They had like, man, it was like, oh boy, this is the good shit. This is the good, hiding it under my fucking bed like it was a Playboy. Where's the Sears catalog? I don't know. I don't know, Mom. I don't know where it is. Don't look in my room.
The linger section is the way that because I didn't know the word lingerie.
Lingerie, yeah.
It was like linger.
Yeah.
That's what I would say when as a kid.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I'm still not getting nothing here, bro.
They'll come live. Like, I'm sure when they're probably what I imagine was happening is they're waiting inside, waiting for Kelsey to get processed, and they're all going to walk out as a collective unit.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
I'm gonna go back to the Law Girls channel and see if they just keep refreshing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep refreshing their page because I'm assuming like they know, like that's the thing about those two. They're no strangers to being out there and boots on the ground, supportive outside of the courthouse at all. Like they've been out there almost every time I've been out there.
They're awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. They had asked me to go on their channel. I think it was a few weeks ago, and I was happy to do it. And we went and hung with them, and they're so sweet. And it's like, her daughter's on there, and she wasn't really saying much, and and like mom kind of runs the show, and the little daughter sits there and just quietly sits, and will occasionally say a thing or two. Like I hope the little one gets some wings soon, and starts finding her voice, because I think that'll be a great. I love that concept of mother-daughter. I think it's really
Me
neat.
too.
I think there's not much of it out there, especially like in true crime world. It's a thing that you don't see. So I think there's a space for it, and I think that it'll be well received. And the kid, man, is like fucking good. That kid's definitely going to become a lawyer. Like, she is so far advanced in terms of kind of learning the system. Like her mom, when she started bringing her into hearings, and she took an interest in it, and then she just took it upon herself to begin to learn things and read the documents. And they watch our channel, and they watch Justice Serve, like all the lawyers and the cases that they're interested in. They watch them all, and they soak up the knowledge that they're getting, and like it's fun. I'm rooting for them. So yeah, another reminder, please go sub to them. They gave us the joy of being able to watch a great day for Kelsey take place. So give them the love. They're close to getting monetized. Let's get them over the hump. It's the least.
Yeah, it's important to give them the likes and the views. I'm dropping their link. Oh, okay. Stream Elements just did. I'm doing it anyway. And it's important to give them the views, because they got to get watch time hours as well.
Yep.
To get monetized before. It's not just about the 1,000 subs. They got to get a certain amount of watch time hours as well.
Truth.
So make sure to watch it, check them out, and so they could just go ahead and get monetized.
Yep.
I think it is 4,000. I'm not sure.
Watch time hours.
Yeah, I forgot.
That sounds right. That sounds like right in the area. It's not like an obscene amount. It's not crazy. Like the real question is how much time does YouTube attribute to watch time hours if you just go on and watch for like I don't know if it calculates it accurately, meaning if you go on for 10 seconds, is it only giving 10 seconds of actual watch time credit? You know what I mean? Or does it okay,
maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Maybe. I mean, because obviously it's just a question of interest, because at the end of the day, what it is they're going into a partnership with you, a business partnership with you. You know what I mean? So they want to make sure that they're, it's worth their investment.
Yeah.
They're paying you out.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. And they don't, they don't want to do the work on their end, securing the advertising if you're like not going to have any people watching your shit. It's fair.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are like 30% is so steep. And I'm like, well, when you really put in hindsight the tools that they provide you, Like,
and
it
you don't have to
really,
do a damn thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
like for instance, with
you got
my
to pay the house, man. If you're a
gotta pay the
band,
house.
if you're a band and you're covering the door, you got to pay the house out.
100%.
That's how it works.
100%. Because like the way that it works with like my traditional audio podcast, like when we first started that, it took me about 4 months to get enough listeners to where there wasn't like an existing threshold. Like you have to have X amount of subscribers and X amount of listening hours. But in order to get a company that will sell your ad space in your podcast, and I'm talking about audio, there's a bunch of companies out there, like we're with True Native, like they look at your metrics, because they have to then go to the companies that are willing to advertise on traditional audio only podcasts and say, all right, this is what their metrics are. And then that company will decide yay or nay. So, for that, I know what they're doing in terms of trying to sell our space, our ad space on our podcast. And, and it's the same split. It's 70-30. The True Native gets 30%, we get 70%. And to me, that's fair because they're doing all the lifting on that end of it, So I got no beef with it, man, at all.
And I'm right. Me too. Like, I mean, I'm getting, just for talking and being me, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a sore dick, dude. You can't beat it.
Sore dick. Can't beat it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Don't mind me. I'm setting up this buzzard live while we're waiting for some word on the street. All right. Let's see. So one thing that we're doing, dude, that'll be interesting. We're covering that. Like, are you up to speed at all on the Aaron Spencer case in Arkansas?
No.
The dude whose 13-year-old daughter was being essayed by this 67-year-old creep. Ugh. The guy, there's an outcry. The guy gets arrested. He's charged with 43 counts, all relating to his abuse of that little girl. And so Aaron Spencer's the dad. And first, of course, he's obviously furious, and he says, at first he's like, I want to find out where this guy lives. Like any of us would be, like the moment that you find out that your child has been abused by somebody. And the cops are like, dude, stand down. Like, we're going to head it. We're going to head this thing. We're going to take care of it. Just let justice. This is the guy. So this guy ends up getting a bond. Want to talk about a shitty judge? This guy gets a $5,000 bond after he's essayed a 13-year-old, a 67-year-old creep named Michael Fossler.
Wow.
Had groomed this little girl, groomed her, real grooming.
And they have hard evidence of this.
Yeah, they have hard evidence of it. So he gets arrested. He gets out on a $5,000 bond.
What?
So this guy's out walking the streets within a day of being arrested.
And you only need to come up with what, 10 or 15% of that or something like that?
No, so if it was 50, he had to come up with 5. He needed 10% to apply.
Oh, okay.
No, but still,
right.
The concept of somebody getting that low of a bond, 50 grand on essaying a 13-year-old on multiple occasions is obscene. So this guy gets out and he's out for 3 months. While he's out, he reconnects and starts re-grooming the very same girl, this guy's daughter. This guy's dog wakes him up at 12:30 at night, and he goes into his daughter's room and finds that she's missing.
Oh, shit.
He tells his wife, call 911. I'm getting in the truck and I'm going out to see if I can find her. Hops in her truck. His wife's on the phone. He's turning off of and they're in rural Arkansas. He's turning off of the road that he lives on. And he sees 2 ships passing the night. He sees the truck with the creep and his daughter turning onto the road, going opposite directions. A 6-mile chase ensues. He's honking. He's flashing his brights. He's, screaming, pull over, pull over. He ultimately ends up doing a pit move, gets him off the road safely. And then He's screaming for him to let his daughter out. This is his story. And she's not getting out of the truck. Ultimately, the dude gets
And
out.
how old is the daughter again?
At this point, she's 14.
Okay.
During the abuse, she was 13.
Crazy. Oh
This
my
guy's
God.
right. So ultimately, Spencer, so this guy gets out of his truck. Spencer claims that he sees that he has something in his hand. He doesn't know what it is. And he puts 15 rounds into this dude's chest.
Okay.
And then jumps on top of him and pistol whips him, and then immediately calls 911 and says, I put this guy down. He had my daughter. And so right now, the prosecutors down there in
15
Arkansas,
rounds. So he basically emptied a clip into him.
basically emptied his clip. And yes,
God damn.
he didn't. Well, Fossler didn't used to be a sheriff, but he was in law enforcement. Aaron Spencer is now running while the case is pending. He decided to run for sheriff down there.
That's the fucking Buford fucking whatever shit. The Walking Tall shit, dude.
That's what. So DB and I have a little bit of and I love DB. He's a mod over on my channel.
I like the whole DB Cooper.
And he's fucking
going
awesome,
on,
man. Like he's a dude who gives a fuck about justice in this world and like digs into cases that need light shining on him, and he's that guy. And he's really bright. So anyway, but we have a little bit of a disagreement on how this thing might play out. So as far as I know, DB, and I wasn't there, so I can't say with any authority. You know what would tell us would be Fossler's dash cam that they lost the SD card for. That probably would have told us if the daughter was still in the still in the car. So at any rate, he puts them. They charge him with second degree. So that trial is starting January 26th. So I'm going to go down. There's no streaming for it. I'm going to go down, boots on the ground, because I'm big.
That's
big
wild,
on the
man.
thing. Yeah, that's going to be.
I'll be watching.
It'll be interesting. I'm going to go down ahead of time, and I'm going to talk to the people because I want to see where they're at. You know, if they think that he should have been charged at all, because it wasn't a vigilante thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. You definitely want to get the locals.
Hear from the people.
You want to talk to the locals, man, for sure. Get their take on all this.
100%.
I'd love to hear from those locals.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. You know, because like the states, you know, trying to frame it as it was vigilantism,
right?
And I wholeheartedly disagree with that. You know, yeah. TV says, I bet the AG will find the SD card any day now, and it'll be read by.
I mean, I'm just gonna.
Why not turn that over? You know,
I'm just gonna adjust the elephant in the room, like just based on the little that you just explained to me on the case, the little that I know, meaning, you know, I look at it like, even if it was vigilantism, I still want him to, you know what I mean? I'll just say it. I want him to be able to get off.
I think, see, and that's jury nullification. So what he's doing is
like, if he could convince a jury that it was,
you can't, like, that is like lawyers, it is verboten. We are not allowed to argue for the jury to not follow the law. So, which is jury nullification. That's where we're like, see that he's violated the law, but our conscience and our morals are telling us we can't convict him because I would have done the same fucking thing. You know, you can't.
I'm struggling right now because, like, I want, you know, the law is the law, right?
Yeah,
you know,
right. So
I do respect it. What I'm thinking though is, like, you know, dad of a daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's the sentiment, right? I mean, like,
I know
that's
you do.
Parent is going to feel that way.
That's the appeal. That's the whole interest, really. Right. You know what I mean? That's the hook of the interest of the case.
That's the hook, you know. So it's like it's a fascinating case. I think it's a case that's important. I've taken a real interest in it, and you know, it's like whenever I kind of dig into a case, I tend to, you know, I'll kind of plug in with the players and try to, you know, get as much information as I can and you know, share what I can with people. And that particular case is a case where It's my position that it wasn't vigilantism at all. Like if that would have been the minute that he bonded out, he would have drove over to his house and put a bullet in his head. You know, that's vigilante. 3 months and the guy is reoffending and he's violating the conditions of his bond, which is stay away order from the child, obviously, and the whole family. And you know, he's re-engaging her and grooming her again, and he's got her out of the house. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy. Right.
That's
No,
right.
totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All that. All
Right.
that.
All that shit.
But like, here it is. It's like, instead of me thinking like, oh, I don't know if it was vigilantism or not, I'm leaning more towards I don't care. And I feel like I wish I could go back in time and tell homie, hey man, don't empty the whole clip. You know, just you know what I mean? Just don't you went too far with that. That's what makes this, that's what's gonna make it difficult for you. But I get it, because this dude was angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, I don't have enough bullets to put in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I get that thinking.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's like, you know, and that's where I'm at with it, you know, and I think it warrants eyes on it. It's one of those cases that I think deserves to be known to the public at large. And, you know, it's one of those cases where, much like Richard Allen, and just in terms of like trying it in the darkness, which I'm not a fan of, that's what's going on down there. So I'm going to go in and do the best that I can to. Allie's going to come with me this time. So we're going to double team taking notes, because like I just don't write fast enough.
Godspeed, man. Like I'll be following for sure, because that's fucking wild. This is crazy. I'm totally rooting for this guy based on what you're telling me about this. I'm gonna have to look more into it, but this is crazy. This dude, I mean, because like I get it, you know. I get it. And so I love the idea of you like talking to the locals down there, because I really want to hear their take, you know. And I bet you it's gonna, I'm predicting that it's gonna be pretty mixed, you know. But
I think it's gonna not be mixed.
You don't think so? It's gonna just lean more towards support for him.
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna go, because Allie's always adamant, you know, we're always doing the same thing, because you know we're both lawyers, so we always try to like, we give too much of a preface, you know, trying to get people like over to our side a little bit before we ask the question. Like, we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna walk up to random people with no preface whatsoever and just ask them, hey, are you aware of what's going on with the Aaron Spencer case, and what's your position? So flat out. So like no prepping them, no trying to get them, swaying them one way or another, just because I want to know. Like I'm very, very curious to know what the people in that county, you know, think of what the elected officials are doing. You know,
I just feel like also on another level, it sounds like this girl really needs her dad more than ever right now.
100%.
Well, you know what I mean? I don't want to see him go to prison.
I so know what you mean, because talk about a kid who's been traumatized,
right?
Talking about the events, you know, which are the genesis of this entire nightmare, her being abused, and, you know, and to think that now she's going to be re-traumatized, having to testify. She's going to have to testify, like, and from all accounts, they're going to have to put her on the stand, and how much they're going to get into the relationship. But recently I heard the judge saying in that case, when the defense lost multiple motions in terms of stuff they were trying to keep out, you know, the judge said, this case isn't about SA. And I'm like, what? I'm like, really? I'm like, you serious? I'm like, how is that? Like, how is that? What do you think about this case? How could you think
you'll never get a jury to think of it that way, though?
There's no way.
Sure. There's no way.
Right. I mean, that's the impetus. It's the whole
jury's gonna be like, no, dude, this is about SA. You know, like
about SA.
Right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, I don't like, so yeah, I'm crying. I'm like, I'm really, you know, I'm anxious to get down there. I'm trying to figure out how early before trial I can get down there. I like to get down there a few days. I'm gonna definitely live stream. And I've neglected. Do you fuck with TikTok at all? Do you do that?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like 78.
I was doing the Opus thing, and it was breaking up my live into clips, and that it would distribute them like onto TikTok. But I haven't done the Opus thing in a while, so I haven't posted anything to TikTok in a long time. But I have a few followers on TikTok, but nothing to write home about.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that is like our so there's another case that we're following, which I think is supposed to start January 6th, and it's the like these are not mass cases. I know you guys are kind of mass centric out there, but Corey Richens is a case, another crazy Utah case. Like there's so much crazy shit that goes out there with the Mormons and it's a thing. And this backstory is the woman is being charged with murdering her husband by poisoning him with fentanyl. And then, so kind of the two famous things that come out of the case is that like after she allegedly kills her husband by poisoning him with fentanyl, is that she writes a children's book about grieving for your father who's died and goes on like a little book tour of it.
Yeah.
So for her, because she's got three boys whose father died. So she writes, so the concept being that this woman killed her husband, then turned around, wrote a children's book about it. And so like that trial's coming up, and there's this whole
that's insane.
It's in Corey or Corey Richens is in February. That would be so much better. I hope that's true, big dog.
I want to see if I could find a way to stream like on Kick, if I can find a way to stream live the Lifetime Karen Reed movie that's going to be like next, like
you definitely can. You like my
week
buddy,
after.
But you got to be like, you got to dip.
I guess I gotta like subscribe to Lifetime, right, or something like that, to like be able to stream it from my computer, like share it.
Sure.
StreamYard.
Yeah, for sure. And like what my buddy Steve over at Publicly Buzzed does is
I can hear you. I'm going off camera, but I can hear you.
Okay, he always starts the live on YouTube, and then he'll get the people to come in, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna switch it over to Kick now," and because like when they watch a movie every Friday night. It's always like some B horror shit, like TNA movies with like just horror based. So he does that shit all the time. But like, yeah, he does it over on Kick. But yeah, I think you'll have to have an ability to be able to watch Lifetime somehow, which is painful. Unless you want to watch the Lifetime Christmas movies, they're so wonderful. All right, I'm trying to get a thumbnail. It's so hard because it's otherwise I got to do this horrific looking StreamYard. The StreamYard thumbnails are just
sorry about that.
Awful.
No, I know you were talking about Publicly Buzzed, man. That's how I know about Kick, is because I did one of those movies with one of those B movies with him on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we watched. Like it was terrible, but it was fun. And then that just gave me the idea to start doing what I've always kind of wanted to do, which was just like do commentary over popular movies and what I was doing was like, yeah, you already know. Yeah.
I know.
The good movies that are actually bad and like I ruin it for you.
Right. Exactly. Well, like, my father's that guy, like when you watch a movie with him, that tells you what's coming up. Like, yeah, like he's seen the movie. I haven't seen it. He's like, oh, here's where he gets killed. I'm like, what?
Damn it, dude.
Like,
yeah.
And I give him shit every time and he still never stops doing it. He doesn't, it's like he can't help himself. I'm like, Dad, you just ruined the whole fucking movie. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Right. No spoilers. Come on. But yeah, like dude, did you see the guy that's supposedly playing Aiden?
No.
You didn't see that pic? Oh,
I saw the casting on everybody else and it was horrific.
No, yeah, this is so funny, dude. Hold on.
Oh my God. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is happening? What is going on here?
Hold on, homie. Diaries. Yeah, here we go. There's Lifetime's Turtle Boy.
Wait, hold on. I'm not looking. Oh my God. Holy shit. They made him look like a meth head. Holy shit. That dude looks like a fucking straight up meth head.
Bro, they did him so dirt, dude. Like,
Oh my
fucking,
God.
that's some bullshit right there.
Yeah, Mystery David said the guy looks like a turtle. Yes, he does. He actually does look very much like an actual turtle. Holy shit. Wow.
That is fucking, bro. Like,
boy, Aiden must be thrilled about that casting.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, really? Dude. I mean, it's like they didn't even try, you know?
Wow.
Like,
wow. Yeah, a combination
this is exactly why I want to watch the Lifetime movie live and like make a watch party thing out of it, because it's gonna be fucking hilarious. There's no way that's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be so much fun to tear apart.
Oh my God, dude, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like literally fucking hilarious. That is
Lifetime has never made a good movie.
Never in the history of Lifetime.
Right.
That includes all their shitty Christmas movies.
Right. I don't understand.
I mean, like, there's an audience for that. Like, some people like saccharine, super sweet, like just loving shit like that.
I guess.
Wait, hold on. Let me call my wife. I'll be back. I'll be listening.
Right.
Oh, actually,
Yes.
I'll be listening, but
all right, let me see if I can like refresh here some yeah, there's no okay, hold on. Oh. Cuz I don't give a fuck.
A lot of work to do, but we're delighted today that Kelsey Fitzsimmons is going home for Christmas, New Year's, and beyond with her family. It's been a long time coming. She's delighted. You'll get to hear from her shortly. You know, we are confident as we get ready for trial now, that we will have all the facts before a jury. We trust a jury to sort this out. And we are also confident that in that process, many of the facts that have been before the court to date, which have been unrebutted, which we do not believe are accurate.
Fuck yeah, I
will
am.
come out, and we believe that Kelsey Fitzsimmons will be confirmed to be innocent as she is now. We're delighted to work with her, to represent her, and thank you for your coverage of this, and we will hear from her shortly. What are some of the
No, he
facts
can't.
that-
This is fair use.
So without going into
This
the
is absolutely
material
fair
facts,
use.
you'll note that in the SJC decision, the court relied upon, as they're entitled to do, they get great discretion, but the SJC said that, you know, an affidavit, for instance, it's filed in another jurisdiction, it's unrebutted, unanswered, was the basis for some of the court's determinations to provide. Some prior records from a long time ago, some oral statements by individuals that were made to the police. And I just
Yeah,
want to
don't fart,
stress
Mike.
that at this stage of the trial, when we're talking
Hey,
about
go give it a like. It's only
talking about
right.
bail,
It's only
those are
right.
all things in which the district court, the superior court, and indeed the SJC and the Commonwealth have the upper hand. In a court that has a trial, the defendant comes in innocent, and every single burden
Or
of
don't,
proof
whatever.
is
That's up to you,
on
but
stage. And we believe, knowing the facts as we do, knowing our client as we do, that we will rebut those facts and she will become innocent.
One of the conditions of this release is that she stay away from her baby. Can you talk about that?
I'm not going to talk about something that's in another proceeding. There are probate court matters that are beyond the purview of this court. That is what we are concerned with here are the criminal charges, and issues in the probate court.
No,
particularly because
he's not gonna
she's
get
been
struck.
in custody,
Nobody's gonna get struck
have
here.
Continued, and I'm not going to speak.
It's
beyond
an
that. I'm
easy
not
appeal.
involved in those proceedings. But this is a case that involves a lot of
This is
facts that
news,
came together on June
and we're adding
30th, and that's
commentary.
what will be a trial. Simply what happened that day on June 30th.
Should she have been held all this time of more than 100 days?
Well, that's my point, that this has been up to the court so far, that we have fought to get her out. We have fought to make sure that she had conditions that she could comply with. She agreed with that decision. She's been very stoic. She knows that this is going to be a long process, but she's very willing to do that because she feels so strongly about her innocence in this case.
Do you think that was unfair, that she was held as long as she was?
I'm not going to comment on that. I think that's behind us. We know she's out today. And we believe that she will be innocent. So we are really pleased with the trial court's decision. She will be out shortly, so you will hear from her.
They just asked the question. Do you think it's fair that she was in there for all that time? I think they did.
What about the judge's suggestion that this could have been done much earlier?
Well, we had an appeal that we put a lot of time into, and we
Ooh.
prosecute the appeal. There were a lot of other things that we wanted to address in the appeal beyond just custody issues. So we made the election to keep going with the appeal. Typically, you know, the appeal would be what they call mooted if we came back here seeking relief here. We could have had the whole appeal thrown out the window.
Oof.
So he didn't want to risk the appeal.
Bad answer.
She feels great. She's been inspirational. She's developed quite a thick skin, you know, and she's been through a lot. And we talked about how this whole incarceration itself has been another difficult event for her. So she's strong, doing great. She's committed to going to trial. She doesn't have a lot of time because she has one day to do all her Christmas shopping online, of course.
That's your call,
But,
guys.
She's gonna be okay.
Is she healed from the wounds from the shot?
She's getting there. You know, she still has some serious medical care that she has to undergo, which we're gonna take care of now that she's out of custody, thank God. And we'll address that as it comes.
Has she said anything about wanting to be reinstated as a police officer once this is all over?
Well, there's a lot of
Great
balls in the
question.
air, and that one we haven't gotten to yet, but you know, we have a long way to go before that.
It's an excellent
We have
question.
a lot of faith and trust in the jury system. And, you know, between Martha and me, there's been quite a few jury trials under our belt. So, you know, we're looking ahead to that. We're feeling great about it. Kelsey has total trust in the jury system. She can't wait to get this behind her.
You checked in the judge's order to not.
So, you know, that's a probate matter, and that's sort of reflected in the allegations that were made by her fiance. And here really, we're not gonna deal with that.
And here's Kelsey. So,
How are you, Kelsey?
So I told them that you have a lot of Christmas shopping to do, so you don't have a lot of time.
Yes. Can you talk about what your reaction is now that you're out? I just want to say a few short things. I just want to thank my legal team for not giving up on me. And I want to thank my supporter. And I just have full faith in the jury system, and it's going to be good. How do you feel that one of the conditions of your release is not to move your feet?
So we're not
As you
gonna,
would imagine.
yeah.
What are you gonna cover?
We're not gonna go there
She
today.
has shopping to do, and I also want to announce, maybe I'm dropping the ball on it, but there's a tree waiting for you at home for budget. Yeah, you want to get there.
What are you doing for Christmas? I'm gonna spend it with my.
What's
And
for
her
dinner
dog.
tonight?
Can't wait to see your dog.
I don't know.
Whatever-
Whatever she wants.
You got,
I've been spending the last several months behind bars, and to know that a couple days before Christmas, you're now going to mom's house. Can you tell people what that's like for you? It's everything I've wished for these past few months. All I wanted to do was be home with my family for Christmas, so that's all I wished for. Kelsey, maybe don't comment on this, but how did you feel like being in front of the same judge that was over there?
so we're gonna leave that in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, we're looking ahead. And we're confident we're looking ahead, and I think that's it for budget.
You've been behind bars for over 100 days. Can you talk about if this is just a long time coming? Did you think you should have been out a lot sooner?
Oh,
Well,
wow.
we made our position clear. You know, we wanted to prosecute it all the way to the SJC, which we
Wow.
did. And, you know, Kelsey healed up enough so that she can comply with the court's terms. So here we are, and we're looking ahead, and we can't wait to get this to a jury.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas, Kelsey.
Great job. Have a nice
There you
Christmas
have it.
summer, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa. Enjoy a nice wine or whatever. Great Christmas. Have a great trip.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you.
All
I got to
I think we're good on that. There we
Yep.
go. All right. Now, yeah, that was Mike from Young Jerks who but he was out there and he was filming. So I was streaming. I did share the link in the chat. So give it a like. Fair is fair. And I know that some of your mods were dropping it in your chat as well. So go ahead and give it a like.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give it a like, no matter whatever your feelings are. You know, don't worry about that. But we wanted to hear from Kelsey, and we wanted to hear from Tim Bradle, and so we did. And yeah, it looks like people were asking the same questions you were asking there, Bob.
It's the fucking like I said,
Right.
it begs the question. And I'm not gonna lie, I hated fucking Bradle's answer. Fuck that appeal. What other issues? He was trying to win the fight with the judge. It's that simple. There's no other way to take it. Trust me, when Michael and when Linda, they're gonna be saying the exact same shit as I am. Because it's like they kept her in jail for an extra month when they didn't need to, is the bottom line. It's a bottom line. But she's out. It's Christmas. Let's be in the holiday spirit. There's no use crying over spilt milk. Look, Kelsey had a big fucking fat smile on her face. That warmed my heart. That's all I care about. That's it. You know what I mean? That is the most important thing. Like looking at her beaming face, she looked adorable, and that's like she looked thrilled,
right,
to be out of fucking jail. So that's a win. That's a huge win, right?
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, and it's Christmas, man. Let's
holiday
indulge,
spirit, baby.
Let's indulge in the holiday spirit is exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm so thrilled that she's out. So thrilled. It's amazing. It's good times. Good times.
Yeah,
all right,
man.
dude. I'm gonna dip. I gotta try to get a couple thumbnails put together. So, a couple of announcements for my people and for anybody that may be a new sub. Don't forget, come over, hang out with us occasionally. We put out some pretty decent content. Two things. One, I'm going live at 4 Central Standard Time for the Buzzard, the Melody Buzzard. God rest her soul. That beautiful little girl. They discovered her remains today. They have taken Ashley Buzzard, her mother, into custody. A press conference today at 4 o'clock. And then at 6:30 Central Standard Time, the two smartest women I know, Andrea Burkhart and Ali Mata, are going live to discuss Richard Allen and his appellate brief tonight. So I got to get busy setting those things up. To all of Will's people, I adore you. You're wonderful. I love your passion for the law. I love your passion for justice. I love your passion for the Constitution. Those are all the things that matter most to me. So you're my fucking people. Never stop fighting. Always ask questions and stay above the fray. Don't let the fucking bastards grind you down. You know what I mean? Just fight the good fight and take care of each other because it's important. And Will, obviously, you know I love you, man.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And I hope it's not set in stone yet. It's still in its conceptual phases, but I do want to do the aim is to do the New Year's 12-hour stream for Kelsey, raise some funds.
I'll pop in. I'll be in Colorado. So I'll go to a nice scenic mountain area with a huge mountain behind me. And with like, you know, Colorado, Denver's weird, man. It's like, you'd think it would be snowy, but it's like 60.
Yeah, I love Colorado. I've only visited, but I love it. But yeah, I hopefully that's what I can do. And you know how it goes, man. Like you only pop in for a little while anyway,
100%.
you know, and I've just tried to get as many guests as I can to do that. So
I always got your back, bro. You know that.
yeah, no, I know you're great. And I want to thank you and your chat for and your chat, especially for putting up with me. I saw that they were getting a little but it's okay. I love you guys anyway.
Wait, what happened? I got an email. Were my people being shitty to you?
No, not. I mean, one or two, but not really.
I
Like
will
it
go
was
over there and
it was. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it.
I don't allow for that. I allow
yeah.
for any opinion you want. I don't allow for people to be shitty to my friends. So,
well, I mean,
that's a fucking shitty thing.
They're entitled to their opinions based on what I had to offer to the conversation, and I
but I don't have many
know?
rules in chat, and it's my one rule is don't be a fucking asshole. So you're allowed to have an opposing opinion and use your fucking words. If you can't use your words in a cordial manner, like we drop it down in there. I am not like an overbearing overlord, you know, trying to stomp people down from having opinions. That ain't me. But the one rule that I have is you fucking be courteous.
Well, my whole thing is just like, I mean, we were all, I don't understand why, like, we were all in agreement, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
so I didn't understand where there was just a couple of apples is what it was. People who were just taking it like there was some sort of conflict happening, and it wasn't. Like,
you and I were in complete agreement. Like,
totally.
Every time I was talking, I was addressing things that I was seeing in the chat, not you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like you and I were like,
yeah.
Because some of your people were like, wait, is he talking shit about Bradle? I'm like, yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
And that's okay.
Warranted. Sorry, not sorry. But you know, I mean, look, again, I'm not going to get into it again. Kelsey's out. Thank God for that. Happy holidays to everybody, starting with her.
Absolutely.
No, Allie's out like doing Christmas shit. Shopping, so like I didn't leave her out of a damn thing. Allie will kick the door in. You think I could keep her out of shit? You do not know my wife then. I don't tell her a damn thing. So all right, dude, I love you. Hey, if you haven't subbed over our channel, Will's folks, come on over and sub for my people, please.
Absolutely.
Come over. Will's super close to hitting 50. Let's get him over the hump. He's fucking awesome.
Let's get you at 60.
Yep, let's do it, baby. Hey, man, I love you. Merry Christmas.
You too, man. Be good.
See ya.
All right. Big thank you to Bob Mata, Defense Diaries podcast people. Got to give him. Dude is an outright living legend, folks. Very grateful for our interactions. Very grateful for our association, and friendship. Guys, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You guys are the best. What a great day. Couldn't have shared it with better people. Couldn't have shared this experience with better people. Ever since I heard about this case, I got really, really passionate about it. And this is the day that we've all been wanting to see happen. And there's more to come. There's going to be a trial here. And as Bradle said, moving forward, you know, we've got a lot to look forward to here. So, guys, I love you very much. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.